7. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, check. Can you hear me on that? Check.
We hear it clearly.
Yeah,
Israel Out Live with Speedy and Friends. I be
Speedy.
up in this.
Bitch.
Wow. Such enthusiasm for me.
We love
Very
you.
excited
so
right
much.
now.
We love you.
And else we got
We have Aaron Styles.
Aaron.
You usually go from right to left.
Oh, I thought he went from most
But
important.
if you want to go first, ladies first.
Thank you.
That's why you went.
Right.
And else we got
Mark Howard represent you bitches.
He's representing the bitches. And we have.
And else we got
The Shelly Rio.
There you go.
They Shelly.
That's what you said.
Got the new waist.
Like that.
And else we got
We have Aaron Styles.
you left him hanging.
Yeah, we have Aaron Styles.
Again.
And behind the glass curtain, the one, the only. Oh well, a little bit's back there.
Hey.
Hey, Haley.
Haley back there swinging her feet.
Yes, I am.
Little
As
Haley.
always.
That's right. No, that's right.
And also behind the glass curtain, the one, the only, the honorable.
Hey man, I should change my name to DJ.
Why would I?
Shabazz.
Can we have to cut that part out though?
I already did. I edited during the show. I'm multifaceted over here.
I don't know.
Hey.
DJ edit
Take
the
this
show.
shit down. I
everything.
can't get this shit away. I thought I could give it away, and I can't. What about the book? Can I give the book away?
Sure, I don't think
It's
anybody
the
can
actual
do.
script.
But I think you should keep these. These are kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a script.
I know. I think these are cool.
If you're a writer, you lost me. If you're a writer, you would definitely want this to know how you read the script and then you look at the movie itself, and it may
See
be
how
a
it
little
compares.
different.
Hey, Aaron, I have a
Pick a
question
treasure.
for you.
Yes.
Would you accept $500,000, but every time you speak, you have to rub your nipples?
For how long?
The fuck you talking
I mean,
about?
don't matter. I mean, every time you do, you just get $500,000.
I just gotta be like, hey, so what y'all
Rub
doing?
your
Yeah.
nipples. You should rub your nipples till you hear that ding on your cash app.
And I get it all at once, or is
Yeah.
it like per rub?
Every time you speak,
I'll take it. I mean, what's a nipple?
I would do it.
What the fuck is you think about?
What's a nipple?
I mean, it's not like you got a show.
It's
You
not
know,
me
you know
showing
how
it.
many tickets that
least I know
Nigeria
where
you
to
can
start
buy
at.
with that much money?
Not that much.
At least I know
oh,
where
500,000.
It might.
Right, like.
Nick, it don't sound like the same. I don't know. Maybe you touched
It don't
something over
sound. I haven't touched anything.
there.
Speedy,
Anyway,
somebody said take off
Yeah,
the
something.
rag because you look like a chemo patient.
That's not nice.
That was Big J in Dallas.
thank you, Shelly. Now it sounds great. Thank you, Shelly.
I didn't touch it.
You want to pick your cans up? This is the bullshit I'm talking about.
It's empty.
And stop opening shit.
You got a whole candy dish out there.
And you keep dipping in the motherfucker.
Open it on the mic.
What's up, Haley? You out and about?
Yeah, just, running my errands.
Oh, shit. You sound like it's going down. What the fuck?
What do you
Just
mean?
happened to be in Canoga Park running
Yeah,
your
I
errands.
know.
You know what? Just tell you the truth. Can
Talk
I
to
tell
me.
the truth?
Yeah.
I actually came out here to see the dog. To come see Trina.
The
Yep,
dog
and I
is
just sent the dog
gone.
away.
And he just sent the dog away.
Where did the dog go?
She was cute.
Yeah, she just said that she wasn't coming because we had a full
But
cast
then
today, so I
during,
just sent the dog off.
during the break, he had the dog up, and I was like, oh my gosh, the dog is there.
Nope. She will be having puppies soon though, so you know.
So she's only 4 months old.
I know.
You visiting
Put her
puppies
to
while
work.
others are working hard.
Wait a minute. when can she have puppies? Is she only
Probably,
5
I gotta
months?
wait for a year.
Oh,
I gotta wait for her. I
This
won't
time
wait
next
for
year.
She's a year, yeah.
okay.
I think that's mean.
I ain't gonna thought her out like that.
That's mean.
But she gonna work though.
I do think. I
Gotta
think
believe
breeding
that.
dogs is horrific.
Or any animal.
Yeah, I think that's so fucked up.
Yeah, she gonna
It's
work.
so
How
fucked
They
how
up.
leave
how do
their
you get more dogs
families.
in the world?
No.
But what if they
my-
wanted to get
Okay,
pregnant?
so this is how I feel. I feel like any man that the only way that he can eat is off of another woman or female's pussy. I just feel like that's totally wrong. Whether it's a pet or a woman or whatever, I think that shit
It
is
was a
fucked
pigeon.
up.
Don't
If it's
matter.
a pet, a woman, or
Don't
anything,
matter.
if the only way you can eat is if this bitch busted open, then that's a problem for me.
But
I really don't even understand that fucking
That
logic.
bitch can't
how do you-
You
so-
worry about a fucking dog.
you hear what I said? That bitch
Hello,
can't read.
but
But
there-
some people
beings-
overbreed their dogs. Some people will so he'll have them breed, have a couple puppies, and then 3-4 months later they're breeding her again. Some people overbreed. That's what I'm talking about. When people overbreed,
But
their
then they're being
animals.
away from their
What's
families. They're
overbreeding?
not with their
And then you're
moms
taking
and
a-
dads
yeah.
and brothers and
How's it
sisters.
how's it overbreeding?
Like, what if we breeded babies and just kept having
We
babies
do
and
breed-
selling
we
them
do-
around
we
the
do-
world?
We do breed babies.
No, we don't.
And everybody went Christmas shopping. What y'all doing?
The dogs enjoy the fucking.
Says who? The one getting
Right.
fucked?
The
Or
dogs
one
ain't.
pregnant?
You ain't seen the bitch turn around. You ain't say, hey, look.
Because
look,
don't you realize
I'm
is that,
asleep.
do
I
you
can't
not
do
understand
this.
what the dog did? Like it gets stuck in there. You ain't never seen two dogs get stuck together. I don't think she has any say on whether she's getting fucking mounted or not.
No.
You sound ridiculous.
You sound ridiculous because you worried about a
No,
dog's
you
pussy.
talking about like dogs have rights, nigga. It's a dog.
Listen, it's
After-
their
y'all just-
body.
Hold on, sorry.
Everything with a soul should be treated
Did
with
you eat a
kindness
cheese-
and
When's the last
respect.
time you had a cheeseburger? Because you just
cheeseburger.
killed a fish in there.
That don't got.
I didn't
but
kill
the
him.
fish ain't fucking for me. I ain't eating off the fish.
Oh,
You-
so- but it's
well,
fine.
But if you
technically,
if you
know what I
could,
mean.
you would get them.
Yeah, that don't even make no sense. Because it's a
What are you
dog. All of a
talking
sudden, we supposed to have all this kind
I
of
just
care and
feel
shit
like
for
if
them. Y'all
you-
eating
if
cheese.
somebody wants
You got
that type
leather
of dog,
seats in
get
your
you.
car.
Oh, yeah,
You
what
got
is
leather
that?
seats in
My
your
bad.
car.
I don't
Eating
like leather
cheeseburgers. Y'all
said
gotta
what?
I
stop
don't
it.
like leather seats.
Y'all gotta stop
I
it.
don't
Makes my
care.
legs sweat.
That's
Not
my
with them little
position.
short,
You said it makes your
clothes you
legs
wear,
spread.
of course.
What the hell did you say, Shelly?
Makes
I
your
don't
legs
like
spread.
leather seats because it makes my legs sweat when I'm wearing shorts.
Oh yeah.
Then don't wear shorts.
Or put a towel down. Everybody knows
Hey,
that.
let's do a GoFundMe. Let's stop all dogs from fucking and not breeding. So
We got
there'll
phone
be
call.
no more.
We got a phone call.
Can somebody do a thing? Aaron sounds like a white woman. Call what's
Very.
your name and where are you calling from?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I know I don't.
Yo, this is L out of Houston.
What's
L.
cracking?
Take that
What
L.
up, L?
Hey, look, I know y'all niggas was going on break for about 3 days, and y'all was talking about stuff before. So, look, I want to just kind of go over a couple of those things that y'all was talking about. I was trying to call in, but the break happened. So I want to make sure I heard correct before I even go into it. But are y'all saying that, and I guess this is Speedy and Mark and Nick, are you saying that a woman that raises a son, the son's gonna be soft?
Nope.
I didn't say that.
No.
Speedy did.
That's why I want a clarification.
What I said was there's sometimes women have a tendency, not all of them. Some women do a great job,
Oh, you
fantastic
soft-pedaling.
job.
Soft-pedaling.
But no, I did not, Mark.
said
I
straight
said
up.
no. I said sometimes women soften the kids around, and the kids become like them. And they don't
Okay,
know,
sometimes.
but sometimes, because I know certain women that go, no, I'm making sure my son be a man. Get your ass up, go take trash out. All that other shit that goes with it. Some other parents who have the kids in the house go, well, he don't have to take trash out, I'll do it. Or I go, yeah, why your son didn't go outside and sweep the grass? Or she's like, I got to
Sweep
hire
the grass?
well, cut the grass. She's like, well, I got to hire somebody to do it. I said, for what? You got a grown-ass man in your house who ain't cutting the fucking grass. Get his ass up, make him go cut the grass. No, it ain't
But
that
there's
serious.
Mexicans everywhere.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's racist.
So
Yeah.
But everybody has
I- I-
Mexicans
I
cutting
wish you
grass
that.
out
I
here.
just want
Okay.
I
to
didn't see that until I moved out to
thought you said
California. Okay.
But what
I
if
thought you
you?
said that. I thought I heard you say that if a woman's raising a son, that he has to have that male figure in his life.
he should have.
Uh,
It's
Best.
He
You
should
said have to, Speedy. You
No,
were
I did
you were
not.
pretty.
I
You
said
were
stick
pretty
with- stick
with have to.
adamant
I mean,
on
they
that.
should have both parents.
Because here it is. It could be the uncle. It could be a cousin. As long as a male figure is somewhere for him to identify with.
What if that
and
male
not
figure
always
ain't shit?
identify? Why not always
What if he's a
identify
child
with
molester?
Wow, why you have to go to the extreme?
God damn.
But I'm saying it doesn't have to.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
I get it.
Just to play devil's advocate.
Let me wait.
You are
Let
the
me
devil.
speak on- let me speak
Wow.
on-
The devil don't need no help.
Yeah, no, he good.
Make sure first.
Yeah, go ahead.
He got his. He do his own.
First,
bit.
Hold on.
First thing is, I'll say that I disagree and you're wrong on that.
Okay.
Here's why.
Okay.
Because number one, I was raised. My parents got divorced when I was young.
Mhm.
I was raised by my mom.
We can
Okay.
tell.
So
Oh, stop it.
my mom, as a woman, knew the importance for me to actually have things that I need to do as being independent as a man.
That's
Have
what
that
I'm talking
substance. But I
about.
still got-
L.
Let me finish.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Your mom knew that.
Hold up. Let me finish.
Why your voice
But you
getting
said
high?
that they should have that male figure in their life. Do you understand what I'm saying is, without me going into it,
You
it's
already
not
know.
required to have that male figure in your life
Yes, it is. nigga.
to still get all the aspects of everything you need from a woman that knows how to raise a young son to be a
That's
man.
what I
Think
said.
about-
L, stop.
Oh,
That,
but
no, you got to stop. That's what I said.
No,
Let
you
me.
said that-
I'm gonna give you an
said-
example because I didn't want to give the name. Hold on, I didn't want to give the. So Charity, my kid's mom who passed away, her number one thing with her son was, because the dad wasn't in the life because he was an asshole, is that I ain't raising no punk. Your mom had that same mentality. I'm not raising no soft ass son. I'm gonna show him how to be a man in society.
But-
So she took the steps to show you how to be a man, where some moms are not doing that with the boys. So they got a daughter, they got two other
Hold on,
girls
yo.
in the house, and everybody's soft in the house. And she doesn't think, oh, he don't have to do the grass. He doesn't have to do these things that make him a man.
So can I ask a question?
That's all I was saying.
Hey, I want to ask L.
Go ahead.
L, hey, L, can I ask you a question?
Hold on, let her
Go ahead,
finish.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, L.
I was just gonna say real quick. Was your dad not there at all when they broke up?
That's what I'm saying. No, my father was in my life,
Right.
but But my father worked a lot. But yet my mom understood the importance. Like when I'm doing sports, my mom wasn't, hey, my baby got hurt. No, get your ass up, dust off.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some moms are like that. Those are great moms.
So can I say something?
I understand, but let me just address what you just said. You just said that they should.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between you said that they should have that male figure, and all I'm saying is think about all the athletes that were raised by single moms that didn't have that uncle, that brother, that male figure, and they still turned out
LeBron.
They turned out what?
fine.
Yeah,
LeBron.
Okay, so let me say this. I want all the men who have children to answer this question because this is my opinion. I don't have kids, okay? But I noticed something in my life when I was raised by my mother and raised by my father. There was a huge difference. My mother can teach me how not to be soft, right? How not to be a punk. She cannot teach me how to be a man.
True.
That is impossible for a woman to teach a man how to become
How do you say that?
Huh?
How do you say it's impossible?
Because I lived through it.
It's impossible
So
because
what I'm
she's
saying,
not a man. She's not a
Hold
man.
on,
She's
brother.
not a man, El.
Hold on. We let you talk.
I got one question for
Hold
you.
on, brother. Let me
I got one question.
finish what I'm saying. They
Okay,
asked
I'm
me-
sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
What I'm saying is, from my personal experience in life, I seen my mother's nothing soft about my mom. So she didn't raise me to be soft.
That's true.
But she could not teach me how to deal with life as a man. I had to be around my father, be around other men, and watch and see how they conducted themselves and handle themselves in situations. Because before that, I was responding to things the way my mother did.
Quick.
So, do you,
You know.
think a man can teach his daughter how to be a woman?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
not a
I think
woman.
I think
I
he can
can't.
teach her. I think he can teach her from a man's perspective what he respects about a woman or what he would like for a woman to present herself as. But the things that she has to do when nobody's watching, that's what being a woman is. You understand? That's what being a man is what you doing when nobody's around. How do you conduct yourself when the pressure's on?
Yeah.
That's what. It's not about being a punk and being soft.
Or and I'm gonna let you talk,
Go
El.
ahead, El.
Or little simple things like when, for especially for kids in general, but just especially for young men, when someone walks in the room, they speak. You see a young lady going for the door, you grab the door. You pull up to the gas station, you ain't sitting in the car. You know, you don't want to. It look fly as fuck, nigga. I'm on my phone. You get out your car to put your gas in, and don't nobody say shit. We went just a few minutes ago. This knucklehead stood right by the door and waited for me to get there to open the door. And I'm like, okay, she know what it is. Where most women don't do that. They don't teach their kids. They don't teach their sons. You shake a man's hand. Like Nick said, you grab his hand and shake it.
And look him in the eye.
A woman doesn't tell him. Hold on.
I mean,
a
that's not
woman,
true.
A woman doesn't tell a young man, "Oh, you need to shake a man's hand hard."
No, but I have two sons, and I was a single mom, and I've told my kids to open the door
No,
Yeah, you told them. That's a great thing.
But-
because I told them like
but
that's
Shelly,
what you do.
That's
but-
what you do.
You know,
To my-
I think the thing is, saying,
You wanna let him
now,
talk?
El was trying to say real quick.
Go ahead, Mark.
What Nick is saying is right, and I'm agreeing, is that because a woman has the perspective of being a female, and there are things that you can relate to that she's going to that we cannot. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't teach my daughter to become a good person, be a viable person in society. Vice versa, a woman can raise a young man to be a good young man, a good person. But there are things that, coming from a male's perspective, that I know that that a woman isn't going to know, that I can teach and give to my son that another man can.
Go ahead,
do.
El.
That's the only difference.
Okay, let me say
Let El
this.
go speak. Go ahead, El.
I understand what you guys are saying, but still think about what this situation.
Your mom did a
My
great job.
mother,
But he
my
had a man
mother,
in his life.
my
He said his
mother
dad was there.
taught me a lot of stuff that she saw my father do as a man. So therefore, she was able to show me, along with him. Don't get it wrong. She didn't do it all by herself. But my mom still taught me things that she saw that my father did as a man. She taught those things to me, as far as the handshake, look at a man in his eye when you're talking to him, doing all those different things. Those are things that she saw. So yes, as a woman, she may or may not have had that ability to teach me, but she saw what my father did and taught me those things as
Or
well.
didn't
so
do.
there is the capability of a woman to teach a man how to act, and as a man, even though she is a woman. It happens every day. It happens all the time.
Well,
So my
nigga.
thing is, you can't really speak on a situation and say it's not going to work if you're not in that situation yourself. That's just like me telling somebody that lost a parent, and I still have both my parents, hey, I understand how you feel. No, you don't, because you still have both of your parents.
Okay, well,
Right.
can I
So you can't speak
But you
on
know
the
that's the
Don't
thing
you
to
dare
say.
cough in my
if
direction.
you're not in.
Get away from me.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
I would have.
I'm gonna let you go, Aaron. I'm gonna hang up on him. I respect what you're saying, brother, but you weren't in that situation either, nigga. You had both your parents. So what
No,
the hell
I
are
wouldn't
you
even
talking
say-
about? Go ahead.
See, I agree with you guys because that is why youth sports is the way it is. That's why you have the
There you
Pop
go.
Warner Sports, because women identify the fact that there's no man around here, so I need to make sure he's around other little boys and other men so he could at least learn that masculine trait. And I feel like that's why Pop Warner Sports are the huge business that they are, because it's a demographic that's being filled with children that don't have fathers.
But I also
Makes
believe
a lot of sense.
I don't want
I don't think so,
moms
but it
to
happens.
say, okay, I'm gonna take my kid to go be with around this coach and don't keep an eye on him.
Yeah, we
And
seen the
that's when
kid
shit
get
happens
punched
to
out
him.
last week.
Right.
That's when shit happens
right.
to him. So you have it's a give and take. It's pretty much a give and take on everything.
Shout out to the women out there.
We got a phone call since they don't.
Shout
wanna
out
do
to
it.
single moms.
Caller, what's your
and all
name?
that.
Where you calling from? And welcome to
single
Roll Out
dads.
Live. Who you be?
Hey, it's me one more time for the record.
Nigga, really?
But
Really?
look,
Shout out to
I
Vegas.
know, man, but y'all, you know what I mean? Let me get this out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Get your shit out. You see this?
A man, what the dude was trying to say, or what he initially said, he's wrong. You need to have a father figure. You need to have a man. Your mother cannot teach you certain things that a man can, because she has no idea the certain responsibilities.
Phone
Nick
calls
said
about to
it
blow up,
perfect. It's about when the light is not on you, what's done behind closed doors as a man. She can't teach you. I can go on and on a list of things that she cannot teach you, but like I was saying earlier, you have to understand that these things happen. So let's just say a father died or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's now the woman's responsibility to find someone, whether it's a uncle, a cousin, or somebody in that kid's life needs to be a father figure and teach that kid how to be a man. But the responsibility, whatever reason, if the father's not around anymore, I know it sucks, but the responsibility is just now on the woman, and you have to do
Hold
that
on, DJ.
to
So,
ensure that your son gets to a certain
we
point.
just so happen to have a young lady who has raised 2 sons, doing a great job.
Thank
they're
you.
boys. And give your perspective on that, Shelly Rio. Like, what did you do besides, go to your dad? But you said
I mean, I didn't go to my dad because I don't have
No,
a dad.
his.
Oh,
God, Shelly, come on, man. Keep it PG.
You did it, Speedy, like you don't know.
She's gonna break everybody down.
no, but I'm saying, but
Like,
before
we
my
tried.
husband, before I met my husband, I
Right.
was a single mom raising 2 boys.
And you knew what to do. You showed.
I mean,
them-
I feel like I knew. I mean, obviously, I didn't have. I mean, my situation is different because I didn't have parents growing up. But
Right.
I feel like from what I knew and what I taught myself and all the books that I read, like I feel like I did a great job with
So
my kids.
let me ask you.
And I taught them all the manners y'all talking about. Like that's not really being a man. I think that's
Right,
if I
right.
had a
Th-
daughter, I
that's-
would teach her the same thing.
Let's
Right.
be encouraged.
Like you look at someone, whether you're a man or a woman, whoever you're talking to, you look at them in their eyes
for
and talk.
men, it's a requirement.
Right.
Period.
I also
It's just
think-
get that.
It's a little
That's-
different for
that's
men.
just
Yeah.
courtesy.
If we talk about the generational thing, do you feel like a lot of these masculine traits are even applicable to this new generation?
Well,
They
let me ask
should
you a
be.
question. Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it have to be a well, I don't want to say that you put it in a negative context, but I feel like masculinity is often being pushed to the side.
Yep.
When I just simply think men are just a bit more masculine than women, right? But we both share both qualities, right? I just think it's more prominent in men, and I think that should be embraced, not pushed aside.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's always weird when we do, and I know most of the time you guys in the chat room or someone goes, Speedy's being homophobic, and I said I do the thing about like certain things. I just think you shouldn't wear split toe sandals. Don't make you gay. I just don't think it's not a manly look for
Right.
me.
So why don't you say you don't?
Okay.
Like
That's what
that
I said.
style?
Yeah, that's what we
that's
say,
what I
though,
said.
right.
I always
Right,
say.
but I mean, I've taught my
Wait.
kids too. Like when that whole skinny jean phase came out,
When the what?
the whole skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans. Go
I
ahead.
mean, to me, like I just thought it was weird for boys or guys to wear skinny jeans.
Right.
And so when my older one was, younger, that was what was in, and that's what he wanted to wear. And I was like, I don't know, people might look at you a little
All right,
different.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think a woman can teach a boy how to get respect from other men?
I mean, what is she gonna teach him?
But okay,
I
so when
mean-
you say get respect from other men, what is?
mean,
Maybe not, because I don't even
Right.
understand what that entails to even try to teach it to
Right.
somebody.
But you can teach them how to
That's
get
my
respect from
point.
other people.
Right. I agree with
Exactly,
Shelly.
but I'm talking about as other men. There's certain, machismo things that that y'all don't know that y'all can't
Okay, so
teach,
can you
like,
share a few? Like, what are some things that men have to do or should do to get respect from other men?
Don't break the code. Don't tell a secret.
Well, just give us an example.
Well, no, I mentioned it earlier today when I got on my little brother about that. A big thing, right, is looking a man in the eye. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about other coaches, but I know for being a black man, anytime I meet another black man, it's intense. We sizing each other, and it's not a bad thing. That's just our nature.
Yeah, it's our nature.
So out of
I'm gonna tell you, that's
respect,
a
But you
funny
should
thing.
look
You said
anybody
that,
in
Nick,
their
'cause
eye
you
when
said
you're
it a few
talking.
times.
Not all the
I'm gonna
time.
say this to you. I didn't see that much on the West Coast. It seemed to be more of an East Coast thing. Most people out here, I thought, on the West Coast did not want to don't want to look you straight. They feel intimidated when you look at them in their eye and talking to them directly. Like, dude, calm down.
right? Okay,
So it's interesting
I
you
can
say
see
that.
I can see that. Well, I'm referring to the people I grew up around. So this is more in the impoverished neighborhoods. So it's a little more aggression down there. But definitely that's one of the major things. And often, like Mark said, growing up in California, a lot of the young men out here don't have that in them. When you talk to them, they looking down, they playing with their phone, they texting.
And I always
you
said
know?
this,
It's
DJ,
also
DJ out there
part of
Vegas,
guy code.
flow with this. I always said, I think it's easier to take a kid that's hard and soften him. I have never seen a
Facts,
kid go soft and be hard.
Right.
Never happened.
Absolutely.
So if a
Right.
kid is a little buck wild, I can fix that. If he's super soft, he don't know how to shake hands, he's very timid, when men talking, he kind of shy down, I can't fuck with it.
Let me ask you: do you think
Okay,
there's a
but
certain thing in everybody's nature that is something that's your nature?
No.
You can only get them, but so hard or
No, I don't-
so
I got a
soft.
great
I
But
don't
I
need
don't-
you to be hard.
Right. We just not finna be timid though.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a good example.
Go ahead, DJ.
So I got a nephew, right? My girl's sister, she has 2 sons, right? The oldest son, he's a sweetie pie.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He's a
He's
sweetie
homosexual?
pie. The
Wow,
other
what?
God
the
damn,
other
man.
kid.
Is that what you're trying to
he
say,
has-
sweetie pie? What the hell?
I'm not gonna say that because they're young. So you know,
Right, right.
I'm just
He
saying.
gotta
See,
change.
but
He's a
then why are
sweetheart.
you
He's a
saying that
sweetie
if
pie.
they're young? You don't know.
Because
Ain't no silly.
I'm
that
just
annoys
giving you
me.
an example.
That
I'm not
annoys me.
saying nothing. I'm just telling you.
All right, we
He's a
got you.
Sweetie pie.
Right.
Now you got the other son, and he's totally different. He's the exact opposite. So he had both of his parents for the most part, but his mother raised him a certain type of way. He gravitated, more towards his mother, and his father only being around X amount of times and having so many other things going on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
I
the
don't know what
perfect
you're
example.
saying.
They grew up in the same house. You know what I'm saying? But she's a little more, not hard
No.
with this one, but the other one is, you know what I'm saying? So that's a prime example of what.
That's
what
not an
Shelley
example.
doesn't agree with
I
you.
don't, because I have my girl.
Happened. Not an example.
I don't care, because it's the same thing as saying, oh, if two
Thanks,
gay
DJ.
guys or 2 gay girls raise a child, that child's going to be gay. Like, that's not true. Just because they're in an environment that might be one way doesn't mean that they're going to come out that same way. So I don't believe that.
I wouldn't risk it.
I would.
I have
Said I
a friend that was
wouldn't risk
adopted by
it.
2 gay guys, and they adopted 3 kids, and none of them are gay.
I wouldn't risk it though.
You sure?
Right, but I also feel like I also feel like sometimes, not all the time, it can be a nature versus nurture,
Russian
a nurture
roulette,
versus
nigga.
nature thing. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if you see that, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, you accept it like, okay, that's what it is. You know what I mean? So sometimes I feel like it's a nurture. How you're nurturing that kid is more important than what's innate in them.
And at the end of the
Because I
day,
feel like-
I think you love the kid
one,
regardless.
Aaron.
But yes and no. But with the whole nature nurture, like if you I grew up in a house that I was abused very badly. I don't go abuse my kids.
Because you grew up in it and you realize you don't want to, so you don't want that type of environment for your children because you experienced it. That's why you don't do it.
It's interesting you said it because the statistics say that kids who are abused become abusive parents.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
Or they
that
say
didn't happen.
don't spank your kids because they'll grow up to start being abusive to their kids.
No,
Which I don't believe either, because
don't
I
believe
have
it.
I don't-
spanked
I
my
don't
kids,
believe it
but
either.
I've never abused
But
them.
I think white people did that because their kids were so fucked. That's why if you look at writing
going racial.
on TV, you look at writing on TV, and they would have a depiction of kids, and we go, that's not how I was raised. But they showed it so much and made everybody believe you was wrong for whooping your kids because we don't. And so they get on drugs. So they do this and the other. Everybody's kids do that. No,
But I
everybody's
mean-
kids
We
don't
have
do
we have a phone call. I just wanted to say this. I had a situation. I was dating this young lady, and she had a kid, right?
You did something,
And
kid?
yeah, her kid was fairly young, but her uncle was like flaming, right? He was out there. Cool dude though, right? Cool dude. Lived with his dude friend and all that. And she would take her son over there to spend the night. So I had to process this as being with this woman. Like, wow, if we have kids together, would I allow my child to? Because this would be their uncle. You know, this would be their family. Would I allow my child to go over there
Spend the night
and spend that at such a young age? Like, I think the kid was maybe 1 or 2. And actually, we had this conversation. I told her I would at least have to make sure my child is not impressionable by anything I didn't approve of.
Now, are you scared he's gonna do something to the kid, or are you scared your kid's gonna?
I'm not even going that far. I'm just saying impressionable. I don't agree with it, that lifestyle. You feel me? Same way I don't agree with being drug dealers. So if my cousin was a drug dealer, I wouldn't send my child over there either. You feel me? So I don't agree with certain ways of lifestyle, regardless of what it is. So I look at it in that perspective. You know, like
You think it sets too bad of an example?
Well, I just think kids are very impressionable from 1 to 7. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I think it's 1 to 12.
Yeah, they're very impressionable. So I would just wait for the child to be able to distinguish, you know, between the laws I laid down for them.
But I think at 1, I doubt very seriously the little kid is 1 year old looking at the thing going, ooh, what they dress like.
Yeah.
It's not even about the dress, but they might see the mannerisms, might see the walk. They might see the,
But
like right now, my 4-year-old niece, every time she always doing this. She a little fucking city girl, right? And we always joke about it because she's always watching YouTube, you know what I mean? And doing that. So it's like they see it and they have no reference point.
Right.
So these kids, when they come here, this is all they know. It's not like you and I, when we know 10 years back, YouTube wasn't, you know what I mean? Like we have a reference point. So when these kids are born into the internet and born into them circumstances, they don't know that this is, you know how some people be like LeBron, I remember one day he was saying that he didn't know what a pantry was until he went and played high school basketball and went to his white friend's house. He thought everything was supposed to go on top of the refrigerator. Because and that's real. Because in his community, I get it, but in his community, that's what was known. He didn't have a reference point, you know. But then once he was exposed to something else, so I understand what Nick is saying, because sometimes it is the parent's responsibility you have to guard the surroundings and the things that your children absorb, because they don't know, you know, how to critically think about it.
We got a phone call. Hold on. Go ahead.
Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Sorry, Pull of Vern is L out of Houston again.
Where is Vern today?
Yeah, where is Vernon?
Did he call?
Is he alive?
Nah.
Sorry, look, I don't mean to pull a Vern.
It's all good. Shout out to Vernon.
Look, in having these discussions, right? Everybody has to understand that none of this is fact. It's opinions.
Mm-hmm.
One person feels a certain way, another person feels another way. It's all
Thank you,
opinions.
Shelly.
Just like, and I'm glad you brought it up, Speedy. Just like the whole split toe thing, right? You feel like a man shouldn't wear it looks feminine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yet, you and Nick and other men have man bags.
I don't have a man bag. I don't have a man
There's
bag.
no such thing as a man bag.
Take me off that list, nigga. I don't have no man bag. I got a backpack, nigga, and I got a smaller backpack,
He
nigga.
said a smaller backpack.
I have a backpack.
That's called a bitch bag right there.
That's called a backpack.
But you wear it as a crossbody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wear it as a crossbody. As a purse.
You one day.
No, one shoulder is a purse, nigga, not crossbody.
He doesn't wear it on the shoulder. He wears it across his body.
Yeah,
that's a purse.
No, it's
Crossbody
not.
bag, yeah.
No, I said
It's
one
a bitch
shoulder.
bag.
One shoulder is a purse.
We hear you working.
You
have
ain't
crossbody
never
bags.
heard of a crossbody bag?
Right.
Yeah, but that's not a purse.
It's not a
A
purse.
crossbody. That's what a woman's purse is called a crossbody bag.
The
They sell it
reason,
as
the
such.
reason
I
you
wouldn't
wear it
know that.
across your body so nobody snatch it from you.
So why you wear it across your body?
If you was a man,
So
nobody
nobody
snatch
snatch
your
it
shit
from
from you.
you.
Somebody taking snacks out of there. All right, go ahead, yo. My bad.
It still looks.
still
My
talking.
point is, it's still
It's a bitch bag.
To some men, it may look feminine,
Right.
but you're fine with it. That's why I say all of this is just opinions.
It's not an opinion.
Not split toes,
Not
nigga.
split toes.
Can I?
It
I'm
doesn't
gonna
make
tell you
you
a shit what
soft.
happened with me
It
one time as a
doesn't
kid.
make
You
you
gonna hit
soft
me on
because
this? I'm
you
about
choose to wear
share
A
something.
purse. That's your choice.
If you wear a purse, that's
No, L. Hold that thought. Just hold that thought for a second. I was dating this girl.
That's pretty.
Dime piece.
Impossible.
Dime piece back in the day.
Impossible.
I'm dating this girl, and I come down. It's a Saturday morning,
Maybe a
whatever it
faux
is.
piece.
And she goes, her son had on a pink shirt. This is when all the dudes were wearing pink. What's
Like
the
salmon
rapper?
pink?
Cameron.
No.
Cameron.
Everybody was doing that shit. So he had a pink shirt.
Hot
and,
pink.
and he walks out, and I go, I wouldn't let my son wear no pink shirt. And she said, "Oh, you saying my son is gay?" I said, "I didn't say your son." I said, "I don't let
Hey,
my
don't hang up on
son."
me, Nick.
I
said, "I don't let my sons wear pink."
I was gonna wear pink today.
She goes, well, my son is not soft. I didn't say your son was soft. I didn't say it makes you soft. I said what I don't let my sons wear. So he comes back into the kitchen, and she goes, "Oh, well, Speedy think you're gay because you're wearing a pink shirt."
Wow.
And
I mean, because that's kind of what you're saying.
That is. I mean, a lot
No,
of
that is not
that's
what I
not the
said.
same
thing.
I said
I
I
How long
don't.
were you with?
No,
How
no,
long
no,
were you
no.
with this girl?
About 3 months.
Not enough to
Okay.
be commenting
Not
on her
enough time
kid.
to be commenting
right.
on that.
But I also feel like a lot of
I didn't comment it to her. I said I don't let my sons wear pink.
Who'd you tell that to?
her.
To her.
Or
So
you're
you did
implying
comment.
that-
I didn't comment it in front of him.
But
But
you're
you comment on her
implying-
son.
You're implying your
I'm
son.
not implying anything.
Then
Yes,
why
you
even bring it
are.
up?
Yes,
Why
you
you
are.
why bring up the contrast?
You
Why
are
bring
implying.
up the contrast if you're not
Speedy, you
implying
did
nothing?
imply.
Because that shit
You
was
got me
soft,
going
man.
with the women. Don't do
That
that.
doesn't make any sense if you're not. Why bring it up if it's not a contrast? Because you're trying to show the difference that I wouldn't let my sons
And
wear
I
pink.
wouldn't,
As
because
if
I
you're
think
doing
it
But
makes
you
it
just said
soft.
it wasn't a contrast. So if you think it makes it soft by saying to her that I won't let
You
my
just
son
told
wear
her that
pink,
her son
which
was
means I don't
gay.
wear.
And then
let
you're
my
basically
son
saying she didn't know how to raise her son.
She did.
There you
Well,
go.
That would have been the last time I
See,
saw
and that's
it.
what I'm saying is I feel like a lot
Stay
of
there, stay there.
your man codes or a lot of your shit is kind of rooted in homophobia.
It's not.
It is.
I-
But that
look,
is
look,
I don't
Again,
agree
that's
with
your
that.
thought. You said that's your thought. It's
Okay,
not
because
fact.
But it
look,
is.
no, this
It's not.
Speed, you know not different because you do go there with some shit that's like, damn, Speed, it ain't that deep.
Right.
But you my dude. I love you. You know,
See?
you know, I love you.
Like I don't. We not
I
gonna
can't
do
say-
that.
I can't say
I don't
I
say
love you.
bye on the phone. I don't think no dude should tell another dude bye.
No,
on
I
the
don't
phone.
think you should say
I
bye
agree.
bye.
No,
I
dude,
don't
So
like
you're
bye
supposed to
bye.
hang up in each other's face and be like,
Yeah.
all right,
All
dude.
time.
Yeah.
DJ, you hear
Look,
that shit?
it go, Mark. It go. All right, nigga. Bam. Hang up.
I don't
That's it.
say all right, nigga. I
No,
don't
I'm
appreciate-
saying-
and I meant to tell you, I really haven't appreciated this. No, I will share. This is different with my dad, with me, and I'm opening up to y'all. Gonna have some fun with me on this. I was about 4 years old,
Call
and
back.
he picked me up over the. He used to pick me up
call
every
back.
weekend.
Yeah.
So he's driving off when I'm going with him for the weekend. He said, "You got everything? You got your underwear and stuff like that?" I said, "You mean my panties?"
Panties.
Turned around, stopped, parked, went upstairs, and told my mother the fuck off. That boy bet not say panties ever
Ever,
again.
nigga. Ever.
Ever again.
Under rouge, nigga. None of that.
But how we gonna get mad at her because she calling it panties?
Because
Because
he
I-
heard.
because I'm staying in my.
And
I'm
he
staying
heard
with
her
my
mom say,
and my
"Go get
older
your
Was she
panties."
sister.
telling
I'm
you
staying
that
with
this
my
is
mom and my
called
older
panties,
sister.
or were you
No, she
eavesdropping
did-
and maybe
did-
she was
no,
talking
she
about
did,
something
but
else?
all I hear is from my older sister who's 11 years older than me, and my mom is panties.
I get that, but I feel like instead of him cussing out your mom, shouldn't that have lit like a light switch that damn, maybe I need to spend more time with my son
No, my dad.
instead of
no,
you know
no,
what I
Aaron,
mean?
Aaron,
Can I ask a question?
Aaron,
That's true.
Aaron,
Let me ask a question.
Hold on, let me say this. Aaron, no, because I spent time with my dad every weekend, every summer.
But you still
Anytime-
called them panties.
So
Again, I didn't. I was 4 years old.
So, Mark-
I listened to them and said that he checked me, put me in check with that shit, set me straight, and he put my mom.
So you
in
still
check.
wearing
But
panties?
your mom didn't do anything wrong.
She
She
didn't
wasn't
do
saying, "Hey,
We're
But I had
bloomers
on
now.
underwear. I thought those.
That's what
I
I'm
weren't
saying.
wearing
That would
panties,
sound like to me as
but
a
I
nigga
thought
who
they were-
ain't in the house, always trying to
But-
run what's going on in the
But
house.
the mom was never telling you, "Hey, Mark, go get your panties."
No, he wasn't. But trust me, it was a
If
funny
you wanna
story
raise
because
your
if
son,
my
keep
dad
your
was
ass in the
alive
house and raise
today,
your
I don't like
son.
it
if I
no
tell
more.
that story,
That's fine.
He
But he
gets
gonna like
hot
Mr.
He
John.
gets hot like his own. But my dad was old school. My dad
Nick,
was
what were
old
you gonna
school.
say?
I was gonna say I agree with Mark though because I feel like you should be conscious of how you're speaking to children. You know what I'm saying?
But she was talking to her daughter.
Even if it doesn't, even
They
if
were
another
talking
child,
around me
even
and
if
stuff
another
like that.
child is in the room, you understand? Because say if it wasn't about panties or something that we're joking about, he couldn't walk around saying cuss words, whatever, because she's talking
Right,
to
but
him.
the kids eavesdrop. Like, how is that like?
But as a parent, you should be conscious of this.
But panties is not a bad word.
It's not, but
For a
for
little boy to say,
to not
"These are my
correct it,
panties."
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
all right,
I'm
but
his
if
only
she
son.
was
He wasn't-
older
he
and
wasn't
she's
having
telling
that.
her daughter, "Hey, it's time to get a training bra," and he's running around saying, "Oh, I need a training bra." Like, how
Yeah,
is
that's a
that?
problem.
How is that the mom's fault?
It's
Like,
not. It's
she
not
has a
anybody's
daughter.
fault, but she should. All we saying is it deserves correction. And to this, I remember
I don't
this.
think
My
there's nothing wrong
cousin
with that.
Miracle, who was is one of her only child, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the only child. Had every Barbie you can imagine growing up. Every Barbie, nigga. The house, the cars, airplane, everything you can imagine Barbie. Me and my brother went over there one time. We go in the room, and I just see toys. I'm like, we don't have no army trucks, nigga. We ain't got no airplanes, nothing. I just see toys. I don't see Barbie toys. I remember I touched the plane.
And here come your daddy.
Thunder in the room. Kick, boom, put that But this the thing. No, let me tell you something there. Now, I thought it was extreme at that point too. My mom did too, right? But as I grew up, I used to have other cousins. They grew up, and their mom didn't say anything about them playing with Barbies.
It's a freaking toy.
Now, that's what you're saying.
cares?
But
you
now,
say. No,
20
that's the
years,
girls'
now
thing.
look, now 20 years later, both of these young men are on the other side of the fence.
It's not because of a Barbie
Wait,
doll.
No one
you
is
mean
saying-
nothing
gay?
to do with the
You
Barbie
mean
dolls.
they're gay?
No one is saying this
You
because
can
of
say
no
they're
Barbie
gay,
doll.
can't you?
But what I am saying is there's points in the life where the parent could have came in and corrected if they thought something was wrong. No one did. And I
Because there
grew up
was
with these
nothing wrong.
I grew up with these young men, and they both grew up and began to act very feminine. and and they would go play with their
and
sisters'
wow.
moms and
It's
stuff.
the same
Now-
thing when little kids have. I mean, I'm very for it. If you are a white family and you want to buy a white doll, great. Your black family, you want to buy a black doll, great. But if you take your kid to a store, regardless of what race they are, and if a white little girl picks out a black doll and a white doll, they don't see, oh, this doll is black, this doll is white.
Can I say
what they're
something?
Can you
seeing
get a
is they
mixed
see a
baby?
doll.
Hold on, Mark.
Like they don't look at it that way because they're too little to even comprehend what we're teaching them. So
No.
we're teaching them this is wrong.
So let me
You
say
didn't
this.
make biracial babies?
Hold on, Mark. Let me say this. Now, Shelly, I respect your opinion, but with the example you just gave, there's actually a study online. Everybody can go watch this. They took a little black girl. They
How
made
old
her.
was she?
What,
She was like 6 or 7.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
They made her actually pick out a doll. All the little black kids kept picking out the white dolls. And when they asked the little black babies why, they said because the black dolls were ugly
And bad.
and bad because society imprinted that
The
into a
images that
5-year-old's
we-
head that being black is bad.
Yes.
So although we may want to feel like it's nothing connected to these things, unfortunately
It
it is.
There
And it's
is-
a lot
there
of
is
Maybe
some
if they're a little
psychology.
young, maybe 2 years old. Like,
I'm just saying,
like,
The
Shelly, I
impressions
wish
you
the
lay at a
world
young
was as
age,
good
you're
as you think it
impressionable
is,
kids.
but
I know the world is as
Phone
good
call.
as they think it is.
Before we get to the call, and this happened today, but whatever. So, it had not happened today, but it happened. And some kids were over the house, and one of the kids had handcuffs. I didn't know they had handcuffs. And he handcuffed the other kid and put him in the closet.
Was it a black kid?
Yeah, and I went
that's
5150,
nasty.
and I threw away the fucking hand because I didn't
Wait,
buy
what
it. Again, everything you do with a kid is impressionable, where you think it is or not. And putting handcuffs on that little kid could fuck him up or make it think it's okay for me to be handcuffed.
Right. I can see
And
that.
That's the way I looked at it.
His friends. They
Oh.
handcuffed
Yeah.
him and put him in the
Yeah.
closet.
And so I didn't want to, because I was going to go 5150. So I just took him and threw him away. And then when the kids were like, well, why'd you throw him away? And I said, I don't have to explain to you why I threw him. I threw
You
him
do.
threw the motherfucker. No, I don't.
No, because
No, I mean, I didn't want to explain to him then because I was too mad.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't explain
Okay.
then.
But let me tell you this,
Something I'll explain
and
later.
Aaron, let me say this too. And this is another thing that women might not understand. Being a man, sometimes a man just gonna tell you something, nigga, and that's it.
And that's the end of it.
And you know why? Because I can knock you out right now,
Like,
nigga.
that's
And I don't
So-
need, and I don't need to
So
explain myself.
basically,
I-
because I can
to
beat
my
you up,
kids.
you got to listen to
Time
me.
out.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
real world.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's
Yeah.
the real world. That's
Yeah.
see, that's the world that men live in,
Yeah.
which
Your
is
ass
But
this.
it's not just men.
Shelly, hold on. I can only speak for men. So you can
I know,
come
but
in.
I teach that to my son. If I say something, you do it. That's it. Like I
But-
don't need to explain
but
why.
but you're
Yeah, you
talking.
beat your
You're
kids?
saying from a respect
You
point.
beat them if they don't listen.
Not anymore.
But you're saying
You
from
did
a
before.
you're saying from a respect point of view, right? You're
Yeah,
you're
hell
his parent,
yeah.
right? But this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about as a parent. I'm talking on a man level, right? My pops was talking to somebody that may not have been his child, but on a man thing, as a man, if I say something as a
It's
man,
the end
sometimes
of it.
it needs to be respected,
And
and
as
it don't
a-
have to be a
ask
fear
me-
thing.
Yeah.
It don't need you don't have to be a punk and be scared of me, but there needs to be a line that sometimes if a man say, "Hey man, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
it.
want to talk about it no more.
I don't want to talk about it. We're gonna talk about it in a minute." Then you gotta respect that, and we're gonna talk about
And
it
I
later.
shouldn't have to give no explanation to why. If I say
But
clean
why
up,
is that a man
why do
thing?
I need to clean
No,
up?
no, no, no,
Like
no.
a kid to go, why I need to clean
No,
up?
no. In that situation, yes. But you are trying to teach a lesson or trying to circumvent an impressionable action, right?
Got it.
So I feel like in that situation, you need to explain to the child why you feel these handcuffs are problematic and why you don't think they should play with them. Not just throw them away just to throw them away. They might think
No,
you
no,
just
I was too mad to get
I
to that.
get
But you're
that.
right.
I get
will
that.
do that.
But I feel like the other day with my niece, I
You
feel
gotta
like when
control your anger.
when you talk to children and you actually explain it to them, they grasp it. Like the other day, my niece started having a fit because I wouldn't give her a fucking soda, right? And then I had to tell, like, she was about to have a whole meltdown, and I had to be like, Lainey, you can't be like that. Like all day, everything you asked me for, I've given it to you, right? And I started running down. You wanted gum, you wanted jelly beans, you wanted chicken tender, you know what I mean? All the little shit I done gave her all day, and I said, so you got to compromise with us. You can't have the soda now. You've already had enough just nonsense today.
So she gets pretty much.
And she just
but
was like, and she handed it back and went and sat down because I think at that moment she understands, like, well, damn, I did. You know, she just ran off all the shit I didn't have. You know what I mean?
But I'm the same way
But
as
that's a good
Speedy. I'm like, if
example how you
I
can
don't need
create
to
a monster.
explain why.
How is
I
that creating a
can't
monster?
eat-
Oh, hold on, Mark.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Oh, Speedy likes because I agree with him. But I'm the same way. Like I don't need to explain to you why I took something away or why I said something. Like my son constantly will.
But if there's
why?
but if there's a reason, an impressionable, and if there's a lesson
Depends on
behind
the
the
age.
reason
Depends
of
on the
why you
age.
did
But
that,
Aaron,
then you should
Aaron,
make sure
but-
you
well,
extend
then,
that.
Aaron, can I say
but
this?
then they need to come back at a later time.
Yes,
And
right. We
then
talk
say,
about-
hey,
I'ma
mom,
go
I know
with
you
her.
said I couldn't use my phone at this time, but can you explain why? And
Yes.
then
Why did they have to come back? You're the one that
'Cause
took
she's
it.
the
because if I
parent.
said, give me your phone, and he's like, why? Don't give
No,
me
no,
your
no,
phone.
that's fine. But then later on, you circle back, like, hey, the reason I took your phone is
Nope.
because I feel
Nope,
like
I'm a dad. Look, at the end of the day,
I
at
agree
the-
with you, pops.
God. I don't have to explain. I'm a grown ass fucking man. I don't need to explain to no fucking kid why I took some
Right,
shit.
and that's why none of these fucking kids got comprehension skills around here.
I have great comprehension.
Not
But
you,
these
not
kids
you.
feel
I'm saying
like we owe them
these new kids,
an
they have no
explanation.
critical thinking skills. They have no comprehension skills because people aren't, because they don't have
Aaron,
to
you know
think
the other
everything
side-
is on
you know the
Google
other
for
side
them.
of
So
this.
sometimes you got to tell them
You know
why
the-
you're doing what
but
you're
here's
doing.
the other side of this. Now I have to tell them every time I say
No,
something.
you don't.
Yo, go clean your
Right.
room. Why I got to clean my room?
Right,
You know what?
right, right.
I was raised to don't listen to anybody blindly. Like if you have a question,
What? Your
Well, hold on,
parents,
hold
you
on.
do.
no, like my parents. No, my parents. Yes,
I
yes,
got
my
you, Aaron.
parents.
I got you.
But
Question everything.
outside of my parents, don't take
Why,
one of my.
why you question another grown person?
Nigga,
If they-
because half these niggas is stupid. That's why. That's why. And my parents
So-
don't want me.
so
being
you
stupid.
12,
No,
you
but
12
no,
and I'm stupid.
My parents. Yeah, nigga, you could be stupid and I could be smart.
So
than
Aaron-
you.
Still
But that's
smarter
my
than
whole point. Is
12-year-old.
that my parents didn't want me to just blindly take what is fed to me and me just assume because it came out of your mouth
makes
that
sense.
it's the fucking
Well,
gospel. It was a trust but verify. Yeah, that nigga said that. But
agree.
make sure you go home and you.
Right,
Because
but
a lot of people don't know what the
Hey,
fuck
hey,
they
hey,
be
But you
talking
still
about.
have to
Can I give-
respect.
can I
You
give
still have
you
to
some
respect the
level of-
adults.
Go
No,
ahead.
wait a second.
I don't.
Because if a teacher tells you something that is wrong, which I sometimes I agree with my son, sometimes I agree with the teacher. I tell my son, whatever the teacher says, just do it. Whatever it is, even if you don't agree with it, come home, explain what happened, and I'll take care of it. Like, don't put yourself in a situation where the teacher can say, "Oh, well, Rio talked back into this, so now we're
Yeah.
gonna expel him."
So
from
now
school."
they're talking
And
back to
so-
the teacher
right.
because they have to verify.
No,
Yeah.
but my whole thing is
Well, that's school. That's
no,
a
being
different
that was just an
my thing
example.
is teaching your child how to respectfully ask somebody to elaborate on their situation
No, right.
or their stance
Yeah,
is not
but
talking
there's
back.
nothing wrong
And
with
if
that,
you feel
Speedy.
like that's talking back, then goddamn it, my kid gonna talk back to you because they're
We
gonna
gonna
ask
have a
Right,
fucking
but what if
Then we
the
gonna have
cop
a
comes to
problem.
them
Then
and they're
they're-
talking back
can
to
I-
the cop, and then
But
then that's a whole other.
my mother is a cop. Asking questions is not talking back. Why do
It
people
is.
find
I
it?
know, but
No,
they- but
it's
they view
not.
it differently.
Aaron, I agree with part of what you're saying.
No, you don't.
No, but there is an aspect that maybe there's missing here. It's not being explained. There are some things to a kid you're not going to explain to them and they understand. So at some point, you're just going to say, just do it because I told you to.
Yeah.
Eventually, as a kid gets older, they will start to see, well, oh, that's why they was telling me not to do, or they was telling me to do this all the time, or why dad was saying this all the time. So they'll pick up on that. Now, at a
But
certain
what if
age,
they don't?
Well,
What if they don't?
Aaron,
Because it's like-
Aaron, let me tell you. Let me answer that. Because if you repetitively do something or learn something, eventually you will figure out if you have some brains. Because there's a lot of things.
And if you're smart as you
there's
say
a lot
you
of things. That,
how many times you shown your kid how to clean up his fucking room and it still ain't clean?
Because he don't want to do it. He act like
that's
he don't
why,
know
like
how to do
somebody
the shit.
they said I think
Is
if you
it
don't,
because he doesn't know how to or doesn't want
He
to?
said
Doesn't
if you-
want to.
I
That's
think
really what the case
if you
ends up
don't
being,
explain
Aaron.
the reason why they shouldn't do something, they will do it again when you aren't looking because they don't understand the weight of what
understand.
you're trying to teach
We
them.
I got you.
I have
Let me let you explain.
we got phone
Because I have explained certain things to my kids. I will explain. I will break some shit down. Did it to my daughter before. I will break some things down to them.
What they say?
They'll listen and be quiet at
So
that
they're
point.
never having kids.
Now, I think you're looking at. No, I got kids. I got
you, I'm
but I'm saying,
talking about
but okay. But I'm saying to you is that there is a point where you can explain something if you feel like Speedy said. Why should I have to? You don't have to. You don't have to. But it doesn't mean you can't.
But I don't.
Doesn't make it a bad thing if you
refuse.
did.
I refuse
Doesn't
to.
make it a bad thing.
I have
if
a,
you
Go
did.
ahead, Nick.
before you take the phone call, I have a question for Mark and Aaron.
Go ahead.
You guys are just yes or no, if possible. Do you think it's a lesson in not explaining to the child?
It's a lesson and not explaining.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you mean.
So in like my pops, growing up with my pops, he didn't explain nothing.
Nothing.
I can't recall one time he broke something down. It was just I said to do this and get it done. That makes sense to me. As a grown man, even now, that makes sense. That if a grown man, if you under somebody else's authority and they tell you to do something, all the question is not happening. That's how I run my house.
Okay.
Well, Nick, I
I'm
would
not
say
going
to
to be
you,
questioned. So I want to know from you guys, from Mark and Aaron, do you
Right.
guys think it's a lesson for a child not to question the authority?
Well, Nick, I would say to you is this, and you know I've been around you a long time. Speedy doesn't know how to explain shit.
But it works.
It was never gonna.
But then my other thing is that okay, so yes, you don't have to, or in his example, he didn't have to explain it, right? That you're saying the child's going to pick it up eventually, right? But sometimes, wouldn't you want to fast track that lesson? What if it takes him 5 years to really understand what this moment meant? Versus me spending that 5 minutes
doesn't
and
have
telling
kids.
him now, so he doesn't have to be doing bullshit for the next 5 years until he has his aha moment. You know?
I agree.
Okay,
And I
let's
know
get
you
this
think
phone
we
call.
mocking
Let's get
you,
this phone
But
call.
I'm gonna say, when the time comes you have kids,
Right.
The minute
It'll
you
be a
become a
different
parent,
Totally
you're
different.
gonna understand
Right.
what we talking
No,
about.
I completely understand what you're
No,
talking
you
about.
don't. No, you don't.
Shut
Aaron,
up.
I promise you.
Mark,
I promise
it's
you.
not. No, that's
I
what I don't
promise
understand.
you.
Just because I'm able to argue the other side of the
No,
point
that's not
does
it.
not mean I don't see
But
it
it's
from your
okay.
vantage point and I don't understand the points that you're proving. But that also doesn't mean that there's a blanket way of parenting.
I didn't say
you
it
know what I
was.
mean?
We're
Like,
not
I don't
saying
think
it
there's
is.
anything
We're not
wrong with
saying it
it.
is.
Go
My
ahead,
Go
parents
ahead,
talk to
phone
me
call, phone
about
call.
everything.
Phone call.
Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Where are you talking from? Hold on.
Where are you calling from? Yeah.
Oh, Vern, what up, Vern?
You
Now
thought something
we gonna
happened to
get
you.
to the bullshit, and I want Aaron and everybody else to just listen.
The floor is
Not
yours,
say a
Vern.
word.
In other words, shut
Hey,
the fuck
hey,
up.
hey, good luck with that with Aaron. Go
The
ahead.
floor is yours,
So
Vern.
what I'm saying is, from a child's point of view, who
You
was
are a child.
raised by grown folks,
Okay.
you back in the day, there was
ain't that
no
Don't do that.
such
Don't
thing
do
as,
that.
Why do I
Parenting is
have to
parenting.
do this? Because I told you to.
There it is there.
Now, you may have gotten you may not get the lesson right away. Just like a lot of times they said do shit and I didn't get it right away. But then when you do get that aha moment, you go, well, damn, that's why this is because every lesson I've learned over my past 41 years came from when I was young and they said, hey, don't do that. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
When you grow up and people trying to, because when you're a child, you don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting here questioning me is not one of those things you're going to do.
I agree.
But also, Aaron, what you said about trust but verify, I got in trouble for that. And I'm going to tell you how.
That's in your house.
I know.
And you
I
so
went to
stupid.
Sunday school. And they just saying what they saying. And I go, excuse me, how is this, that, and the other, this, that,
But that's
and
my
the
whole
third?
thing. That's a religious thing.
Aaron,
Come on.
Aaron,
But it's
I agree with
still,
you. Just let him
it's
finish.
still
I know,
questioning.
Aaron.
But where I was growing up,
I would've
you
took that
didn't
whooping,
question
though, Aaron.
nobody in no church.
Question
You
that
ain't
white
question
Jesus, though.
nobody.
Question that.
But
Take the whooping for that.
that's my whole point, Vernon, is that because I was telling somebody this the other day. A lot of people cannot. Let me.
Hold on, Vern. Hold on, Vern. Hold
I
on,
get
Vern.
it, but a lot of times why people don't want you to question them is because they don't know how to explain, justify,
Great
or
point.
defend
I know
their
how to explain.
position.
I know how to explain
Eloquent.
and
Shut
justify.
up. They don't know how to explain, defend,
I
or
agree with you
express their
100%.
position eloquently enough. So instead of trying to to the kid, they're gonna say, "Cause I said it," because
'Cause I
they
said
don't
it.
know how to verbalize it and
There
give it
you
to you
go.
in a digestible
But I do.
form. That's one.
But
And
a
second,
digestible
your
form.
your example of you getting in trouble about questioning church, nigga, like that was the worst example ever, because they don't want you to question because they haven't questioned the Bible. They have picked and chose passages that apply to whatever they need to do at the pulpit that Sunday. And how dare you at 3, 4, 5 years old? Because little kids are very logical. It makes sense or it don't make sense.
Great point.
And when a little kid, they don't have the answer for it. That's why they don't want you questioning it,
why
because
they go
now
to
it's going to
kids'
make
church.
them have to
And
go
you
back
got
and do
them-
some
everything
research
you
and some
just-
homework.
Real talk, Aaron.
Everything you just
I agree with
said
Aaron.
is exactly what it was. Everything you just said is exactly what it was. And they asked me, they asked me not to come back to Sunday school.
How
Exactly.
you get kicked out of Sunday school, Vern?
Why did they ask me not to come back?
Because they didn't have the
to school?
answers. That's why, because they didn't have the
have
answers.
And I was asking questions like, okay, if this is what they said it is, then
I mean, those type of questions are different. Like you're obviously trying to learn about a religion or God or whatever you're learning.
It's with everything. That's just like you going to school and you know what they teaching ain't right.
Right.
You know it ain't right.
You-
And
you-
then you just
I mean,
But-
but
but
those
if
type
you
of
have-
questions are different.
But if
It's
you have
based
the
on-
parent that says don't question, your kid would be sitting there getting pumped full of fucking bullshit and thinking
you
it's the
go.
gospel because daddy said don't question nobody who's older
not
than me.
what
Well,
Daddy
no,
said.
but that's when you come home and you ask your kid, "Hey, what'd you learn today?" Oh, we
But
learned
how you
that
gonna ask your mama who in the same you in Sunday school, mama in the pulpit?
You
How
know-
you gonna ask her? She blind as the other motherfuckers.
But Shelly,
We talking
here
about the school.
go.
We talking about the church.
Most people in
Oh,
life,
this is talking about school.
when your kid come home, you're not trying to ask them how their day was because you got shit to do.
I mean, that's not me. I was room
No,
mom
no,
all
see-
years of my
yeah,
kids'
what I'm
school,
saying.
so I'm like
Shelly
out there
had.
because I want to
Shelly
know
had.
what the hell they teaching. Because I heard in California
Great.
they teach you like all different religions, and I'm like,
Every parent is not you.
Vernon,
Every
Vernon.
parent don't care about what their kid is.
I don't care what their kids are.
I do.
Hey, Vern, Vern, I
Vern.
feel like this new society we're raising, our kids going, it ain't fair. I hate that
They don't know
shit.
what fair
I
is.
What's
hate
your
it.
answer to that ain't fair?
I hate it. You know my answer is to hold on. Vern, you know what I tell him?
What is?
I said life is
But
not
you know,
fair.
but you know
That's
why
all I
life is
tell
not
them.
fair? Because life has been designed not to be fair. Life is not fair because we came out of the womb and the fucking life is not fair. No, the people in charge have designed this system to make sure it's not fair for everybody. So if a child says that's not fair, it's not fucked up for them to say that. They're recognizing a fucked up, corrupt system and they're saying this is not right.
Does anyone have tissue?
Hold on. I'm saying if I tell my daughter you should wash the dishes, and I tell Brooklyn and or someone else to go do something else, they'll go, well, why I gotta wash the dishes? That's not fair.
Okay.
And I say that's your job.
That ain't got nothing to do with
and their
society.
thing is, well, I don't think it's fair that I have to wash the dishes.
Is there a rotation? Do they always have them?
They always have to do it. That's their job.
So they don't even okay, I get the dishes for a month and then next week I get the living room?
No.
That shit
Because you
ain't
eat
fair.
every motherfucking
That shit ain't fair.
Because you eat every motherfucking day for
That's
free.
not fucking fair. That's not fucking fair.
You eat every day for
Because you making her wash the
free.
dishes because she's a girl? That's why. See, that
Well,
ain't
if
fucking
that's
fair.
the case, then that's not
Damn,
fair.
Speedy.
Nigga.
Why you
But
But if that's their chore, that's their chore.
Nigga, come on now. It would be
Hey,
different if
hey.
every child has each chore and you guys rotate. Fine. But you are putting me in the kitchen strictly because I have a vagina. That's the only reason you put me in this kitchen is strictly because I got
Is
a
that
vagina.
why, Speedy?
Wait,
That's why.
Is that why?
It's fucked
Vagina
up.
and kitchen
That's
go
fucked
together.
up.
Hold on. Let me ask a question, Aaron. Aaron, this is for you. Would it be fair?
Fucked up.
All right. Because I don't believe in being fair either. So this is just to you.
He raised you.
Life is fair. But life is fair. Life
Right,
is
so
fairly
they did
unfair for
everyone. So
everybody.
So to the ladies, if we did go based off of Aaron's system and we rotate it, would it be fair to ask my little sister to take the trash out?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
That would be fair?
Yes.
No.
And the reason
What if
It's
you
just
know
a
that
question.
she's living on
the
her
reason
own?
I
She
say
has
that-
to
no,
learn to
the
take the
reason-
trash out.
My thing is, the reason I think that is fair is because I feel like regardless of gender, this person should be a self-sufficient adult.
Right.
And if you live on your own and you don't have a roommate, that trash is going to need to be taken
Right.
out. If your son lives on his own and he doesn't have a girlfriend, he gonna have to fucking eat. You know what I mean? So what you're teaching her is
Right.
not. These are life lessons to make you a sufficient adult. It's not fair that because she's a woman, she always has to stay in the kitchen. Because did you teach her how to change a tire? No, because she's supposed to have a man to do that. But now you're making her dependent on men, right?
That's true.
Right.
That is-
Well, if that nigga don't know how to
Right.
change the
True.
tire.
Right.
she's 15.
You're supposed to, but my point exactly is you are supposed
But
to
she
teach
can
your
still learn. I didn't know it
child,
was 15 that she's
regardless
higher.
of gender, regardless of
Speedy
gender,
fucked
you
up.
are
I'm
supposed
not
to teach
like
your
that.
child
All
all life
Aaron,
skills.
Aaron. Okay, because hold on, Vern. Hold on.
Burn, you ain't like
Okay,
you're going to
Bernie.
hang up, so come on.
Okay, Aaron, because you brought it to me that way, I'll rotate them.
Oh,
Thank
you
you.
go. Good. I'll say this,
excited.
I'll say this, Aaron. Here's
2
one
weeks from
thing
now.
is that because I got one child, that's old enough to have kids of her own, and I listened to her complain about her kids do the same shit she used to do when she was their age. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. The part of it where you're talking about explain it, where they don't get it or anything like that. Sometimes you just say, "Hey, look, just do what the fuck I say,"
I get that.
and then sometimes you.
But you
explain
did
it
that
and
because
eventually
somebody
they see
told
it.
you just to do what the fuck they
No,
said.
no,
Right.
And
that-
somebody
No.
told him.
No,
Right, but somebody didn't tell me,
Hold on.
so that's why I don't do it to
but
my
no,
kids.
no,
That's
Aaron,
not
Do what the
Aaron,
fuck I said.
Aaron,
I'm saying.
That's
My
your
parents
problem.
broke it down
Hold
and
on.
explained it
No,
to me.
Your
I know.
problem is you don't do what the motherfucker
No,
tell
no,
you
no,
to do.
no.
That's my problem. Your problem because I could talk back and that I have all
And
these
that's-
facts. And you know why I have all these facts? Because my daddy said trust but verify. Whatever a nigga tell you, go Google that shit. That's why I got all this useless fucking information to spew out all the time.
Hey, Aaron, I said no to that shit you just tried to accuse me to. So that's not why. Two, when my older kid was growing up, there wasn't no fucking
You want to
Google.
fight?
When
look
my
like
older
it,
kid was
huh?
growing up, there wasn't no
Look like
fucking
it.
Google.
He
So I
getting
couldn't
darker and
refer to
everything.
Google.
But
Yeah.
you know what my dad would
Why
always
your
say
shoulder fucked up?
before Google?
Because we
my
use
dad-
hands. We
my-
talking with hands.
Because you know what,
Motherfucker.
before there was Google, my dad bought me and my sister a whole fleet of encyclopedias. We had a whole bookshelf.
And which ones did you
of
not read?
Encyclopedias. And so anytime we're reading anything or there's a word and I didn't know it, go look it up.
That's a
if there's
dictionary.
something that's supposed to do,
There you go.
go look it up.
I did that
You know
too.
what he's teaching me? Go find the source
No, but
yourself.
no, but see,
go
those things
seek
aren't
out the
mutually
truth.
exclusive.
No, he's
Those
teaching.
things
No,
aren't mutually
instead of him
exclusive.
telling me that
Phone call.
the definite. Hold on
No,
a
no,
second.
Vern hung up.
Instead of him teaching me the definition of something, he's teaching me to seek it out myself.
Okay.
To don't take anybody's shit at face value.
Okay.
If you want to know what it is, you go find the
Okay.
answer.
So when you ask me and say it's not fair that you gotta take the fucking trash out, go look that shit up and why you gotta take the trash.
Oh, we got
It's
phone
because it's a
call.
life skill.
That
I'm
even
making
go-
you a
Mark,
self-sufficient
that even go
adult.
together. I feel you though.
Caller, what's your name and where you coming from?
Turn your house down.
Yeah, it's Jay out of Houston.
Hey.
It's L out of Houston.
that.
Take that L.
Jay out of
Stop that.
How you go one letter or 2 letters from you?
That's hilarious.
Then you weren't ready because you it's Jay out of Houston. Come on.
What's
Hey,
up,
that's the
dog?
first thing that came to my mind. Look, man, let me tell y'all, man. Y'all on fire today with the topic. Aaron, for the first time since you've been on this show, I'm agreeing with you on all the shit that you speak on.
All of
Thank
it?
you.
Hang up.
All of it?
Hang up.
All of it. Hey, can we speak to L?
Hey, this
Put
is
L back
Jay.
on the
This
phone,
is Jay.
Hold up. Here's why. I agree with you about as far as the rotation because look, I have the
That's
same
true.
thing with I have my daughter and my son.
Speedy's wrong there.
When I come up with groceries, they're all
Shelly
about
looked
getting
at
groceries.
me.
They're all doing chores together as far as different things around the house. And here's rotation because I don't want my daughter to feel that she can't do these things when she gets out on her own. A lot of parents tend to raise their children thinking that they're going to have this other man or female in their life to take up that slack.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case. Some of these motherfuckers are going to be by themselves. So if they don't know how to do it, and if they're not taught how to do it, how do they learn it?
Somebody got to make these
I
chicken
mean,
wings.
something as simple as taking the trash. I mean, same thing with my sons. I'm teaching them to be independent as well.
Mm-hmm.
Washing dishes, doing things that they need to do. Because they're going to have to do it when they become adults.
That's
So
right.
I
You're right.
agree with you
That's life
100%
They said
on
Aaron's
that.
on fire.
Aaron, as far
I
as that
appreciate
point.
that. Thank you.
I agree with you too, Aaron. By the way,
I appreciate
not
it.
100%, but
Yeah.
like 95.
I mean,
I'll
I'm,
take it.
I'm,
The
you know
A
what?
is an A.
See how I do
You
it?
got it. Thanks, Jay,
say
out there.
M, stay there.
Stay there.
See how I do it? I'm going to put the kids in rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Shit
But
gonna be all fucked
and
up.
I
Aaron, he
appreciate
lying.
that.
My shit gonna be all fucked up.
That's
but
fine. But you know what I find that's even more problematic?
You took the trash
Is
out like a
that
girl.
It took me yelling at you that the only reason you have your
yelled at
daughter in the
everybody.
kitchen, Mark, is the only reason you have your daughter in the kitchen is because she has a vagina. Like the fact that you're raising children and you're at this point at the end of your like raising years, and that didn't even click to you that the reason you have her in the kitchen
you
is
know what-
no,
strictly
that wasn't the
because-
reason.
Then what was it then?
Hey, you know what it
'Cause
is,
she
Aaron?
washed dishes
Aaron,
better than the boys?
Speedy's raising,
Because she's
Speedy's
always
raising
doing
this-
it. Practice
Speedy-
makes perfect.
Speedy's
No more
raising
practice.
in a different
This is
generation.
your last day.
He's not raising in the day.
Nigga, I ain't got no job. I'm up here.
No more, Speedy.
Say it again.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
in the 50s. We're not in the 50s anymore, Speedy.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't
Speedy
think it had
telling
anything with
his
the
age.
50s.
Speedy
I'm just
telling his
okay.
age.
My dad
Girls
had
with
all the
girls and
girls
men
wash
with
dishes,
men.
and the guys took the trash out.
And what year
So
was
that-
this?
19 and
1950.
I'm just
Nine-
saying, what year was this?
19 and
Before
40,
cell
70.
phones, before seat belts. Nigga,
19
there wasn't
and-
even seat belts in
19 and
cars.
48.
70s.
Right, so y'all didn't even have seat belts.
They had seatbelts.
Again, I'm
didn't
only
have
I'm only
seatbelt
a
laws.
product of how I was raised.
That's
okay?
Right, but if you
So-
don't you see any flaw in it?
No, and didn't see no flaw.
Right,
Until-
but when you moved
until
out
said it
on your
like
own,
that.
did you know how to do
so
other
he's talk-
things?
Yeah, I know how to do all that.
So she's
how did you
talking
learn?
about your mom and dad.
I didn't have to learn how to wash dishes. I knew how to wash
Well, I mean,
dishes.
some people
Yeah,
people
well,
have
learn-
That's why
learn-
you go to most of these niggas' houses and it be fucking filthy because didn't nobody teach them
Why
how to
you
clean up.
yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you, but I don't think
You
I
yelling
don't
at me,
think
son.
Shelly understands. You done been into some men's houses and it's absolutely horrific. You know why? Because they sister wash the dishes all the time.
Or
The
their
mama
mom.
always
That's why he
vacuum
brought
in the
you
floor
over. He gonna
and
fuck
shit like
shit out
that.
you so
So
you
now
can
you
clean
got
his
these fucking man-childs, y'all fucking ushering out in the world, telling us to listen to these niggas, and they don't even know how to wash dishes.
Who has to clean the bathrooms?
The boys do.
Well, that's good. But you definitely should teach your daughter too how to do that.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah,
boys
because
do.
some shit the girls leave in
Thanks,
the
Carl.
bathroom, they ought to clean.
Well, it's
mean, there
been
are some trifling
fantastic
girls,
now
yeah.
that I'm a new person, thanks to.
Yeah, Aaron came in and dropped some
No
game.
problem.
I don't know how you got fired. This is
Aaron,
bullshit.
And you were right because one of the things I agree with Speedy on in the basis of it, but Speedy's chauvinistic. And
He's very chauvinistic. He's
archaic
very and
ways.
he's a Virgo man.
Fucks it up, man.
Virgo men
You got
are
me agreeing with Aaron, Speedy.
Virgo men
You
are
know how-
trash.
You ought to
Yeah, one more phone
reevaluate
call
your
for
life.
Aaron.
You ought to
I
reevaluate your
agreed.
life. You got me agreeing with
Unfortunately,
Aaron.
I agreed with her first.
But you got me agreeing with you. I ain't never supposed to know shit like that.
Aaron, you have another phone call.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
for the last time.
Hey, this is Daniel D again.
Hey,
Daniel
Daniel.
D.
There you
Okay.
go.
So, Speedy, Nick, I'm sorry, but I agree with L again. Aaron is right, and so is Shelly.
I just agree with Aaron too.
Thank
What are
you.
you talking about?
So let's be real about this, because Aaron, that's the same thing my dad did with me.
Yeah.
If you want to find out what a word means, in the newspaper, I'm making you read so you can understand about the world and know what kind of questions to ask. Go look it up. You know what I mean? If you don't teach your kids to be independent and to figure out things on their own, they're gonna always be followers and they'll always lose and they'll always have the wrong mentality. You gotta teach your kids, even in school, to if the teachers say something that don't sound right, ask the question. You know.
Hey, Daniel D, can I ask you this? Are there some things that you could just tell a kid to say, just do it because I told you? Are there times where that's just necessary?
Yeah. So that okay. So okay. Let me answer that, and then I want to ask Nick a question real quick.
Shoot it.
But okay, when I heard you guys talking about that, some things like clean your room, whatever, wash the sink,
Get down off
those are
that thing.
things. Yeah, you shouldn't expect a question to be questioned about. But like Aaron's saying, other things, or even like, when she was saying that, there might be a lesson in what you're being told to do that you might not actually get till you get older.
And what if you never get
Right?
it?
But and then if the
How you get it when they never
Because you
get
ain't
it?
got no critical thinking
if the-
skills. Because you
No,
want to let
because
your
you
kid
teach
question
them
shit.
something. They see. They see.
oh,
But
okay.
if the
There are
parent
certain things
says,
you're not
You
going
won
to
the
do.
first
I
one. You
told
ain't
you
winning
do
no more.
this is because of this, and then later on in life you see it, then you understand, and then you appreciate it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I kind of was
Your daddy raised you
thrown
good.
off. I don't understand
Somebody missing a
for
jewel. You ain't
Speedy
shit.
and
What?
for Nick, certain things you say that are to you that means you're teaching a boy how to be a man. Because to me, they're not teaching a boy how to be anything.
By
except
by
aggressive.
saying what? By saying what?
Okay, for instance, now I'm gonna just ask Shelly this question.
I thought you had
Okay.
a question for Nick.
Yeah, and,
Now,
and
Shelly.
Speedy.
Yes.
When
You
he
leave
said
the Speedy
to
and
you-
nigga, they feel
I
hurt.
can't hear you guys. Quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
When he
Sorry.
said to you, I don't let my sons wear pink, what did that mean to you right then? And did he say anything else after that?
No, he didn't say anything else after that. And to me, it meant that he's fruity.
Exactly. And so, okay, Speedy,
that's
do you
what it
And that
understand
annoys
that-
me.
that they're right when they're telling
We
you,
don't want to annoy you.
you telling her son is gay.
Yes.
I did
Now, it
not,
don't
but I
matter
didn't
what
say
it-
those
It's called
words.
But that's
implying.
yeah,
Do you
you're
know what
implying that.
implying means?
Yeah.
I know exactly
Do you
what
know
it
the
is.
definition?
But
What
I
is
didn't
it?
imply
Speedy,
anything.
stop.
So can I say something?
Did she call you back after that night?
I can answer
I
this
hit
question.
that night.
Okay,
What the fuck is you
Speedy.
talking
I
about?
would have been like,
Hold
you
on,
gotta go.
hold on, Daniel D. Hold on. I can answer this question. Hold on, bro. I can
Wait,
answer.
hold on.
No,
Speedy.
nigga, you hold on, nigga. I got the controller. Hold on.
gosh.
Now listen,
That's not fair.
I can
Right,
answer this.
that's
yeah,
not fair.
It's not fair. I can answer this question right with a real life example. I have a pink sweater in my closet. I was gonna wear today. I only didn't wear it because it was dirty. You see what I'm saying? But this is the thing. I understand my dad's position as a child. When I was impressionable as a young man, right? I thank him for not letting me wear pink. You understand? Because it could have caused some confusion. Who knows? We
But
not
now
taking
he
a
That's
grown.
your
chance.
problem. That's not
But
your
now
problem.
he grown.
Shelly,
He
hold on.
understands.
We not taking a
Okay,
chances.
now,
Hold on,
Nick,
hold on, brother.
let me
Hold
ask-
on. We're not taking a chance. Now that I'm grown, I understand what it's to be a man, right? Ain't nothing feminine about me. I could wear a motherfucking rainbow sweater if I want to,
Right.
and I hope a nigga press me.
Right.
We gonna figure it out right there.
Right.
A rainbow
He's
sweater?
at
Yeah,
the point.
that's actually in the
it's like-
Bible,
It's like
Mark.
taking a ship, taking a little
Yeah.
boat, and you hold it a little bit, and then it gets out there on its own. But you gotta hold it in the
Right,
beginning
so-
because it's gonna sink if you don't.
Right. So no one is saying pink is gonna make anyone turn
No, nigga,
anything.
because I got something for you.
Verify.
All I'm saying is I can be a witness to what he is saying is as a child he did not let me rock pink. Nothing. It was nothing soft happening. Right. Now that I'm a grown man.
Right.
I don't think there's anything soft about wearing pink.
Right.
But do
I
I,
don't care what people
understand?
think.
The
But do I
logic.
understand the psychological
Right.
damage?
What
you could-
happened to
I
not
understand.
caring?
So
Who cares
my
what
whole thing
people
is
think?
that instead of telling your son don't wear pink, why can't you raise your children to have the utmost confidence to be like, nigga, it's bad because I got this shit on, and nigga, talk your shit. Say what.
Okay, I
you
can
know,
answer that.
why
Let me
can't
answer
you
the
have your
question.
kid to have that confidence to be like,
I can answer that
fuck
question.
you niggas,
Let me answer your question.
I'm dope.
Fuck,
Here's the
I'm
question.
dope with this dress on.
Because listen, this is an ideology I think that most women that I
They
meet
call me
think
erroneous.
because
Yeah, really?
for men in the society we grow up in, we have to be conscious of what we wear.
Right.
We don't live in
But
the space.
why?
I'm going to tell you right now. We don't, as men, we don't live in that space where what you wear is not who you are. For men, what you wear is who you are.
Exactly.
That's the world that, and I understand that women, y'all don't necessarily live in that space.
I mean, we do. One time I literally left the house.
but-
I was bummed out. I had a bun. I had sweats,
I saw you.
just whatever.
I saw you there.
And I had my water bottle. At the time was a rainbow.
Hold on, D.
And I like rainbows because they're pretty colors. And I'm
Right.
walking around and my son's like, you look like a dyke. How do I look like a dyke? Because I have a freaking rainbow
Your
Okay,
son
what-
told you
water
that?
bottle? Like, that
Yeah,
doesn't make
we're
any
not
sense.
talking about
Your
your son
son
talking about,
told
but
you
what I'm
that?
saying is this:
My son, yeah.
what I mean by the reality we live in, if I wear certain colors, it can cause death, not
Right.
just an opinion.
I mean,
Right,
well,
right.
Those are gang colors. That's,
No, that's
these are
real
just,
though. It's
no,
life.
this,
no,
but
I know. But if you wear red, blue, like,
these
I
are just
know.
colors, Shelly. Like if you wear
I
red,
know, but that I understand
but I'm
living
saying
here.
as a man, I have to wake up and consciously think about this. I
But
have
so
to
do girls.
Shelly, I'm not a woman though. So
Well, I might be dating a blood. Someone might think I'm dating a blood if I wear
okay,
red.
but listen, I don't have to date a blood or a crip. I can just get shot for wearing the color.
I know, but so can a girl.
But you're putting parameters on his hand. Hold on.
I'm not putting
brother.
I literally, the day I moved here, I was wearing red. Literally,
Uh-huh.
my son's father, Rio's father, at the time I was with him, I
Right.
literally got off the plane. He said, "You can't wear that shit in LA."
Right.
Why can I wear? This is my
'Cause
favorite color.
Because you were walking around with him?
Yes, I'm like,
Okay,
this is
so
my
Shelly,
favorite color.
this
No,
is the-
but he even said when I'm not well, he's like, you cannot wear red or blue.
Okay, well,
you cannot wear it.
he's imagining things. So that's not the reality for women in LA.
I don't know. That's
So
what he told
right,
me.
that's not real. So the reality for men, right, where I grew up at, and everywhere I go, is we have to be conscious of what we wear. It's not a thing where I can excuse it and say, "Well, this is not who I am." So for men, it's just a little bit different than it is for women. So it may be more important to not put your son in certain outfits and certain
answer
colors.
is boys.
Simple.
Boys wearing pink.
But
He
here,
would be
okay, look.
teased
here's
and
the
singled
point, though.
out
I
at
understand
school
what
by
And you know what
other
you do?
boys.
You teach your child how to play the dozen. You teach him how to fucking bag on niggas. You
Why-
gonna why?
Why don't I not let him wear the pink shirt? Then he have to
Because-
deal with that shit.
Because being able to
but
have a
see-
quick comeback to somebody who is joking on you is an essential skill.
You can get that skill just on GP. Why have to force it by him wearing the
it's
pink
not
shirt
being.
to school?
But if he
I
gonna
already know they're gonna tease him. I know that.
But see,
What if your parent just don't like
But
you
that's
wearing
because
pink?
parents like you are teaching your kids, oh,
I
the
don't-
boy
Yeah,
wears pink.
right, he's gay.
I didn't-
This is your
I
fucking
didn't-
So
son
that's why they go to
teasing
school
her son.
teasing that.
That was
didn't-
never said.
I never said
Y'all
that.
But
keep
it
saying
is
that.
being said because you're teaching your
not.
son. Yes,
It's-
it is.
it's
You're
not.
telling if Brooklyn was 5 or however old and said, "Hey, I'm gonna wear this pink shirt," and you said,
I said,
"No,
no.
you're not wearing that shit. Why can't I wear it?" Oh,
You
that's
can't
gay
question-
looking.
you
can't ask me why.
Listen,
Well, what if
can't ask
me
okay,
why.
well,
Right,
maybe he
that's the
doesn't
whole-
ask why. He
Hey,
can't wear a
guys.
pink shirt. He goes to school, sees like a boy in a pink shirt. Oh, why are you wearing that? Boys aren't supposed to wear that. My dad said I couldn't wear pink, and then it just
Well,
goes
you better
around.
not talk like that. But listen, this is the thing.
Obviously, I'm a girl.
But this is the thing, ladies. This is the thing. We don't have to imagine anything. My dad's son is sitting right in front of you.
Yeah.
So I'm a witness to this. He never told me wearing pink is gay. So
Not
you
one
guys,
But you
time.
think wearing pink is
I,
gay?
I know. No, you guys. This,
No,
and
he
let me-
never told-
Hold on.
What did he say when
hold
you
on.
wore pink?
Let me make this clear. Let me make this perfectly clear. The women on this panel keep saying that. I have never said that. Neither has my father said that to me.
Never have.
Hold on. There has never been something said by my father or by me that wearing a color makes a man anything. So to be clear, that is you guys saying
Okay.
that.
But you do imply things.
I didn't imply anything. What I am saying is what my father told me
You said
was
playing Barbie dolls is gay.
I no one
I mean,
no.
you never say those words.
So stop saying I said
but
it.
you're basically implying that.
But no, we're not doing. We're not doing basic. That's
you're doing
semantic.
the same thing he's doing.
No,
Right.
Respect
Nick,
my
Nick,
words.
Nick, on
All
that-
my
on that
father
point-
said is very simple. If something is a big difference between effeminate, and being gay. That's two different things.
Right.
If my father has a problem with something that's being effeminate, that's fine to express that. Masculinity is a great thing. That's
I know,
a
but I feel like but you're
also,
pushing
it's
things
a-
on
But I
your
also
kids.
said
It's
if
a
you are
positive
gay,
thing.
that's good. If
Push.
that's who you are, that's fine. I have nothing against anybody that's gay.
But you
I
ain't
have
wearing
gay
pink.
friends, but I ain't wearing pink. The same thing happened with Brooklyn and Maya. Brooklyn and Maya in the room playing, and Brooklyn grabbed the doll. I said, "My man, get out the room."
now.
He drops a bone. He's like, "Dad," I said, "Get out of the room." Don't have to explain that. I come back 20, 40, next day. He back in the room, and Maya talked him into come playing with him. And he goes, "Dad, Maya asked me to
said,
come
"Fuck
help."
daddy.
And I said, "Get your ass out the room." Didn't have to say that anything was wrong with that. I just said, "Get out of the
So
room."
you wouldn't even let your children bond.
That don't even-
because
right.
With
of a-
dolls, no.
No.
So
I
my
sure
whole-
didn't.
So,
But that doesn't make
so,
I
So
sure
what if
did.
Maya
do
was
you-
in Brooklyn's room with a basketball?
Right? Would you let your
She play
Show her her
basketball.
form.
but
Nigga.
why?
Teach her the
That
form.
doesn't make any sense.
Follow through, baby girl. Follow
Those
through.
the girls in the WNBA are.
But
We
that
had a
don't
phone
mean
call.
nothing. I
We had a
played
phone call.
GI Joes and Barbie with my brother.
But
He
you're not
played
a-
GI Joe.
you're not a
I'm not.
man,
I'm not a
though.
boy. He's not gay. Like what's the
Someone
difference?
says
But
you
y'all
can.
missed the whole thing.
It's
I
different.
never
But we were
said
close
anybody-
in age, and
Just listen,
that's how we played
That's
together.
what y'all didn't listen to. I didn't. When I called him out the room, I said, "Get out of the room. Go play with your own toys."
snapped your
That's
finger?
all I said, just like that.
That is a little soft.
But
That's
that's his
what- that's
sister
a-
that he's
hey,
closest in
hey, but
age to. He
Speedy-
wants to play with.
Hey, but Speedy, his finger
Right.
snapped.
He
He
doesn't-
hated Barbie
right.
dolls, but was like, you know what? I want
He
to have my
doesn't even
sister.
want.
So
You
I'm
don't
gonna
even
Can I
want
pretend
your
ask
like
the-
these
children to
dolls.
bond.
Can I ask the women a question?
homophobic.
Can I ask the women? We have a phone call, but I want to ask the women a question.
Yes.
Do you guys not respect or understand that there's a difference between men and women?
No, I
Obviously, there's a
100%. I 100%
I wouldn't wear
understand that, but I do also
I had,
feel
it was
like
a two-part question.
I
though.
wouldn't wear
okay.
it.
Second part.
Do you respect it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every time there's a point of masculinity being pushed, there's a whole bunch of kickback saying, why don't you guys just do it how a woman would do it?
No, it's not about how a woman would
Well,
do it. I think it's sometimes we're not
think
examining
that's the case,
examining the toxic parts of masculinity. Yes, I believe masculinity is great. Don't nobody want a soft man. You want a man, right? But there are a lot of toxic elements that are
But
within.
that just come with the
that
that
would-
come with what's
Yeah,
going
It doesn't,
on.
but that's my whole thing. We don't have
It
to.
ain't gonna be perfect.
No, that's my
So-
whole thing. Is why do y'all feel like you got to take everything as a whole? Life, you pick and choose what the
So,
fuck is best for you
Aaron,
and how it applies to your life, and you push it
hold on.
forward.
But it ain't
just
gonna be
because,
perfect.
But just because there's toxic aspects of it doesn't mean we got to take the whole fucking cart. We could take the toxic part out and keep
No, you
pushing down the
can't.
street.
You
Why
can't.
not?
So look,
You
I have a
can't.
question, Aaron and Shelly. What and Mark, actually, you can answer this question too.
Please don't let Mark answer the question.
to the question that was just put out there, Aaron.
Yes.
Would it be okay to if a woman is extra feminine, right? So she's super emotional, whatever it is, right?
Oh,
Would it
Aaron.
be okay for a man to tell a woman, "Hey, you're being too feminine, you're being too emotional"?
Yes.
It's okay for a man
Yes.
to tell a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Why?
some bitches be on 10.
Oh, hold
some
on.
bitches be on 10.
Shelly?
So yes, bitch, calm it
What about
down.
11?
Let's go around the table.
Cap
Hold on.
that shit.
Let's go around the table, Shelly.
I don't think it's okay to be over emotional.
No, that's not the question. The question is, do you think it's okay for a man to tell a woman she's being too emotional?
No.
It's not okay for him to tell her that?
I mean, unless you, I don't know. I can't really say
I
yes
feel
or
like
no because
emotions
depending
is
on
not
the
a
situation.
I feel like emotions is not a gender thing.
Because
you could be over emotional as a man. You could be
'Cause
over
he's soft,
emotional
and
as
he's probably
a
soft.
woman.
No, you're
So
right.
what
No
I'm saying
dude
is
should be over
just
emotional.
cap
But I
it.
feel like
You
any
think it's
emotion,
because he
if I
played with
felt
Barbie
any
dolls?
emotion, I feel like you and your dad would be like, you're being over emotional. Where
You are.
Aaron might be like, Shelly's not being overly emotional.
No,
Because you guys
no.
think
What I'm
that.
saying is, do you think it's okay for a man to tell a? So my position is right. Men are a little bit less emotional than women, right? At least in theory, they should be. Okay.
I mean, not in this generation.
Right. So I'm saying in theory they should be, right? Right. So I'm saying, do you think it'd be okay for a man to then tell a woman, "Hey, you're being too emotional"? Because he's basing it off of him being a man. That's the only perspective he has.
I mean, I don't know.
So right.
I think on that is that both of us are emotional. Women lead on emotions a lot more than men do.
Right.
Because
That's not true.
Hold on.
It's
Let
very
him
true.
finish. Let him finish. She said.
It's very true.
got that
And the
quick.
thing is, when women will see a man be emotional about things,
And
you'll
that-
call us soft.
Yeah.
Because usually
And-
men's
and-
emotions are dangerous.
But
No,
that's your
that's not
opinion.
why.
That's why.
Why
Because
they do
because
that?
because you
See, but
say
that's the wrong stereotype. You
how
put
is
on
that
it.
such?
Hold on,
Y'all
that's
the
niggas-
wrong stereotype.
Hold on, Aaron.
So
let
you
him
mean
finish.
women
I
don't
wanna
women
hear.
don't get dangerous
I'm
when they're
not saying.
emotional?
I'm not saying that.
I get dangerous.
But a lot of
all the
times,
time.
Ask Jonathan Bobbitt.
No. Yes, women a lot of times, and I would say in a good
Watch Snap,
more
nigga.
majority of the time, these bitches out here tripping.
They got a whole show
you know what
on
I mean?
y'all.
I'm equal opportunity calling people out on these bullshit. A lot of
But
times these
without
women be
going to
taking it to
extreme.
10.
Without
But a
going
lot.
to
But
extreme,
what I'm
though.
saying is that a lot of times men were never taught how to digest and rationalize your emotions or your anger, right? So
Okay.
every emotion you have, a lot of times it comes out as anger, right? And if
Gotcha.
you don't learn how to work your way through it, talk through it, figure it out or whatever, then you're going to snap one day
how to
and go
express
upside
yourself.
somebody's head or beat up on your wife or kill somebody or somebody going to step on your shoe and you're just going to fucking explode. So a lot of times men's anger can be volatile and dangerous if it is not capped right.
Well, anybody's anger can be volatile.
Right, but you can't tell
we're
someone
talk-
that they're
we're just
overly
talk- we're just talking
emotional.
about
Just like
emotions.
you
We're
can't
talking
tell
about-
someone-
I wasn't finished when I said there.
But she's
Let's get
I'm
some-
sorry,
points.
Mark, but y'all
Mark, you
keep
get really
yelling.
emotional.
I'm like, I gotta jump in there somehow.
Go ahead.
Get in
But you
there,
cannot tell anybody,
I'm
man
after
or
her.
woman, if they're overly emotional or you can't. Like, I'm mad. Well, you shouldn't be mad. Why? You cannot tell me that I should not be mad. I should not be emotional. You're not me, and you don't know what I'm feeling.
Right.
Just like I can't tell you can't be emotional
you do it all the
or
time.
mad.
But, I mean,
No, I don't.
But I understand what I'm saying. Without going extreme on
Extreme?
emotions to extremities, I was about to cut that off.
Okay, so it's punching a wall in extremity because men do that all the time.
that's
when
not
they're
what-
I
angry.
punch walls, so.
Aaron, that's not what
You
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
But I know after the fact
Aaron,
that
that's
that's
not what
a
I'm
little
saying. So
extreme.
let me finish.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. Without going to extreme about being volatile, what I'm saying as far as how emotions are used and expressed, women more so lead with emotional idealisms. Or their thoughts are more emotional, it leads them. And men don't necessarily. That we try to be more logical on our emotions. No, it's
You think
more
you're
so
being
true.
more
I
logical,
believe
but
so.
okay.
But the thing
We
is,
got a
is
call.
that- the thing is that
Mark, we got a call.
Go ahead, Mark. No, Mark.
No, we really got a call.
Go ahead.
go ahead,
finish,
take the
Mark.
call.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
I didn't get to ask the second one.
You said what?
It doesn't even matter. That's funny.
Hey, Vern.
I didn't get to ask the second question.
That's not Vern.
Oh, what's your second question?
That's,
What's up, Vern?
That's,
So,
That's Jay.
Daniel. That's Daniel.
No, Daniel.
this is
Daniel.
Daniel B. I'm sorry. This is
What-
Daniel
I
B.
can't hear.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Dave.
So,
Actually, say,
okay. So,
What
for
I'm
me-
saying though, the fact though.
yeah, go ahead, Mark. Finish. No, go ahead.
All right. So what
Hurry up,
is-
man.
when you were talking earlier about you talk to your brother, Nick,
Right.
about
Why
looking
did you
other
wind
men
up
in the
on you?
eyes when you're talking to them.
Right.
What does that have to do with being a man?
What?
To me, that has nothing to do with
Yes,
being a
it
man.
does
No,
have a
it
lot.
doesn't. It's just
Let me ask
respect.
you
You
a
do that
question.
to everybody,
Hold on,
whether you're a
Speedy,
woman
why
or
is
a
your
man.
voice levels going up?
Answer the question.
I almost lost my fucking mind.
Because you should do that to all adults
I can
or all
answer the
people.
question.
Hold on.
No,
now,
I'm saying
The
for-
question was posed to Nick.
And I can answer.
Okay.
It's a simple-
Now, before
so
you,
you want me to
before
shut
you
the fuck up?
start,
Go ahead.
let me tell you what it means to me
Well, you asked me the
and
question.
my
Go ahead.
homeboys. Now, I regularly hang out with 3 known murderers, killers, all the time.
That's not
That's
good.
kind of scary.
Where this conversation going?
Well, here's what I'm telling you.
Snitching
Are you
Here's what I'm
snitching right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's not
here's what I'm
Daniel
telling you
D.
about-
As
here's
soon
what
as we
I'm
see you
telling
hanging out with
about
3
eye
niggas, we
contact.
know.
Can't hear
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah,
Dan.
here's what I'm telling you though.
Go ahead.
If you keep looking me in the eyes, it's, to me, it's leading towards aggression. I don't have to look you in the eyes to conversate
What the
with you.
fuck?
I don't.
Daniel,
I don't have to
you
look
wrong.
you in the eyes.
Daniel,
Let him finish,
I
let him
disagree
finish,
with
let
that,
him
but
finish.
go ahead.
Totally
Hold on.
disagree.
Let
Hold
Daniel
on.
say, Daniel.
I don't have to look you in the eyes all the time. We ain't in love, motherfucker. If I say something, I said that. But now, if you keep looking
That's
me in the
funny.
eyes
That's
all
funny.
the time,
Uh-huh.
for me,
And you a
for
murderer.
my homeboys, you are doing one of 3 things.
Eyeballing.
You eyeballing me. It's a intimidation thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just show a disrespect because you just want me to. You feel like you must have all my attention, and you don't garner that. Number 3, that's
let him
leading
go.
to nigga. You want to get out.
Just
You
let him
want
get
this.
out.
You wrong,
Now,
bruh.
now, that's just me.
That's why
I don't have to look you in the
I'm dealing
eye
with West
to be
Coast. A lot of
conversating
people
with
take
you
that
as a
wrong.
man.
Right.
If you feel like I have to do that, to me, there's something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with
No,
me.
no, no, no.
Okay, let me answer the question. Hold on, the question was posed. Let me just answer the question.
Go ahead, let him.
I hear you.
Nick
Daniel.
ain't gonna answer.
My Nick's a little more.
Can y'all
articulate.
holler?
Nick's a little bit more
Listen,
articulate
This,
than
this is
you.
all I'm going to say. I understand what you're saying, Daniel D. So I'm not talking about staring into a man's eyes deeply.
Yes.
I didn't think
Thank
that
you.
had to be said.
Yeah. This
But
dude
what I was
here.
referring to was
Gazing at a
You supposed to have a
nigga's
bottle of
pupils.
wine,
Right,
nigga.
what I was referring to is when I walk up to some of my little brothers, right, and I start talking to them, hey man, what's going on? How you doing? Often I've noticed they look away. They don't necessarily look at you. They don't make eye contact. Now where I'm
Maybe they're guilty.
Now where I'm from,
That
where
too.
I'm from,
That too.
it was taught to me that that's a style that's being timid as a man, and it's a sign of disrespect. So you saying that looking a man in the eye is disrespectful? I was raised the opposite. To not look a man in the eye is showing them disrespect, right? To be looking away, not paying attention, not giving someone the respect of you giving me your attention as we're having a dialogue. That's how I was raised, and I was raised by some real gangsters too. So I don't
but
know,
if
but
I'm-
I don't hang around these niggas. All right, so don't look at my
If
friends.
me and you was talking, Nick,
Right.
if me and you was talking face
I'm not
to
finna
face,
be
I
deeply
don't have to
staring
look
you-
you in the eye the whole time.
But Daniel
But
D,
we didn't
I
say
don't-
that,
Pops,
Daniel.
Pops, Daniel D, we're not
You
children, bro.
you
Why
took
do
it
we
your
have?
longest.
Yeah, why do we have to take it there? You sound like the women on the panel. I don't have to look you in the eyes as we talking. That's not what we're
Yeah.
saying.
When I walk up to you, Daniel, how you doing, brother? What's up? You Daniel? Cool, good to have you out. And then we
Yeah.
have a
And then
conversation.
we can-
I'm not telling you to look at and then look at me when I'm talking to you.
Hey.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Hey Daniel, you have a conversation
that's
with a
how
man. If you have a conversation with a man, he can't look you in the eyes. You think something wrong with that dude?
If we just conversating,
And he looking all over the place.
I mean, but that's
But
like,
he-
but then
but
you're
he-
not
but
being.
if you just
Because
Because
conversing,
then you're taught that you're not being honest.
Right.
Nigga
We ain't saying-
snitching on me.
We ain't saying you got to stare each other down, but I'm saying if he can't look you in the face,
Yeah.
man
For
to
that
man,
one
Because that
moment,
shows
and
dishonesty.
there's something.
I might bunny in your
Something
pockets, nigga. Like, hey,
untrustworthy?
man, give me what's in your pocket, nigga. Since you looking down. and shit.
Well, here's what I'm
Give it
saying
up.
though. We're gonna do that initially,
Daniel.
but after that, I don't need to look at you every
Sounds like
day.
a law.
Daniel, really
Finna
the
run
real
out.
question that Jay brought up in the chat room really
Well,
is
which is?
why are you hanging with 3 killers?
Don't answer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
do
thank
you look them in the eye before they kill somebody?
I know one thing. You gotta look that bailiff in the eye when you put your hand on that Bible.
Talking about it wasn't me. I think one of your friends said they hang with 3 killers too.
Hey, Mark, give you information. Mark, give you information.
Mark Howard, no joke on Facebook and Twitter. Mark is spelled with a C, and Mark makes me laugh on IG.
Impossible. Shelly.
How's it impossible?
You can find me on YouTube and Instagram, Miss Shelly Rio, or if you want to look up my
Dress?
business, you can go Shelly Rio Boutique on Facebook and Instagram.
Boutique? When you
Shelly
show me-
Rio's
Instagram.
booty. Shelly Rio's booty.
It's on Instagram. Or you can go on TikTok too, Shelly Rio.
TikTok.
And apparently, it's only one Shelly Rio because she ain't got no dash or underscore. So,
Nope.
dang, that don't.
She's the OG.
Aaron.
Anybody who's looking for erroneous Aaron. Erroneous Aaron, as you guys call me. No, you can find me on, the same spot. I got the same dry ass Instagram I keep sending y'all to. I ain't posting on, but you guys can keep coming and looking if you want.
And tell them about what you got.
Oh, the Styles Report. Styles with an I.
Shit.
That's where you can find me on Instagram. And then next year, at the top of the year, I am launching a. Why don't I want to tell these
The
people?
top of the year?
Because she's leaving.
Yeah.
She's going on
Yeah,
Nigeria.
you're gonna be gone. You're not gonna be able to
I'm launching a business. So when I come back, I will do a demonstration for everybody and
and she's
present
gonna
it.
be a sponsor of the show.
And I'm a sponsor of the show.
She is going to Wakanda.
Sweet Walker Joe. Hey man.
Wonka Joe.
Hey man, don't forget. Don't
forget
I'm gonna throw
what?
this out. We couldn't do this because they was here and they would have got bored.
Right.
But the Brooklyn Nets look nice.
Yeah, well,
pretty
they're
nice.
supposed to. And Golden State, I said that shit was over.
Yeah, that shit's over. But then there was one game. We got more games tonight. Lakers lost last night. It was a good game. Just one game. But
That sounds
I'll
weird.
say this much. Clippers look nice. Maybe it's a new coach.
Are they
Nope.
still in the bubble?
Well,
No.
yeah.
Where are they
no,
playing?
They play in
no,
their
Staples,
arenas.
you play at
They
your
play in their
arenas.
Just no people can come
No
in.
people. And
But it depends
and-
on the state. Like
no,
Texas.
and the commentators are at home or in a whole nother location. They're not.
Well,
they're not
like
there.
like for the Lakers
They
game,
can't even be in, like, a
what's
box?
the face? For the Lakers game, what's the face was at the game?
Who?
But the one that mainly commented.
He wasn't. There, he was in over there where ESPN is.
Where ESPN,
Yeah.
and then Michael Thompson was at home.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody just had to tune in, would y'all listen to us do our thing? Have some fun.
That'd
Let
be
us know.
fun.
And we'll do it. We'll
And
pick a
to know
game, we'll do it.
halftime score, my Wizards are beating the 76ers at halftime, 59-58.
All right.
Fuck
Anyway,
you, Pooh.
Speedy is funny on everything. That's Speedy IZ.
Speedy is funny on
Funny
cinnamon,
on everything.
cinnamon toast.
Comedian Speedy on Facebook. There were no significant birthdays, black folks today, so I didn't throw none out. But on this date, thank you, Mark Howard, the 23rd of December. Shelly, you gonna like this?
No significant
Alvin and the
birthdays.
Chip.
No
Alvin and-
significant
Alvin and
birthdays. It's
Chipmunk.
fucked up.
Alvin and Chipmunk movie came out on the 09. Also on this date, 1987, dopest movie in the world. Good Morning Vietnam got Academy Award. Dope movie. Yeah, if you have never should watch it.
I met
Very
I met
good.
that guy who Robin
Who he played?
Andrew Cronauer.
Man, fucking. No, what?
One has it on top, one has on pants. They're strippers.
Yeah, I know that part.
It's okay.
Hilarious.
They took it. They took it from the cartoon, the strip club.
Hilarious.
I tried.
In
I tried.
1971, the movie Dirty Harry came out, which made what's it called Clint Eastwood a major household name. Yes,
Yes,
he
he
is.
is. Go,
He's one of
go
them.
ahead.
Make my day. Yeah, that was all changed.
Hey, shout out! Happy birthday to Bill Hill, comedian Bill Hill, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, funny dude. I like that dude. Again,
Funny as hell.
we started off with some bad news, which is
Ecstasy.
of Houdini passed away today. 2020 cannot be over fast enough. It just cannot.
We about to be doing the same shit next year. I don't know why y'all playing like.
Take your shot. Anyway, Erin's going to
at
be
least
going out
that
of town.
dickhead
She's
will be
going
at the White
to
House.
Nigeria.
Africa, Nigeria.
Huh?
She is going to.
Oh, you come back a couple more?
I can come back tomorrow, I guess.
Did
you guys are you gonna
did
be
you have
here
to?
tomorrow?
No, I'll be here tomorrow.
I just don't want to be in traffic going to my mama's house.
That's what
Did you
said.
get? Did you have to get
Where she
vaccinated?
live?
Hold on. Yes, she did.
And pumped
Where
up.
were you
Ew.
at when she said all this shit?
I came late, man.
Okay. Tell me you're coming tomorrow.
Fuck it, I'll come. Well, I have to take my physical for
Oh,
my
that
life
mean
insurance
you
because
gonna be
I'm a
late.
responsible adult.
I have
So I
life
have to take my
insurance too.
physical for
I
my-
have life insurance too.
Okay, nigga, make me a
Who
beneficiary.
you gonna leave it to? You had no kids.
I got family. What the fuck that
They
mean?
don't like you.
Oh, stop.
I have $550,000 and I pay $101. No, a month. So that's like $1,200 a year. Yeah, for $550.
$500?
But it's an increasing rider policy, so it's $550 to start out, but every year it's gonna gradually increase, and I
You
think
have
the
life
max is like $800 or something.
Get life insurance, baby girl.
She look at you.
No,
like,
No, just the policy.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I can set you up. My mom does life insurance.
I need to talk to her.
She gonna set you up.
because that was way better than what I'm doing. And I think mine is only.
It used to be
$40.
$40, but when I first got it at 28, it used to be $40. But then I fucked around and let it lapse because I changed bank accounts and forgot, and it lapsed. But now that I'm old, that shit.
And what's your premium worth? I mean, what's your shit gonna be worth?
I gotta look on the paperwork.
Because I mean, really, you ain't worth a plug.
Get life
tell him
insurance.
that because he might try to kill you.
For what? I'm not getting it.
Oh no.
Hey man, Shelly made these masks for me. It's my
did.
son, DRC3. And I don't tell everybody this. One day I'll tell you. I love you. Like a sis.
I love you too.
And you
One day you'll tell me.
I will come ride or die for you. You call me and
I'm family around this bitch.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Shelly,
you're almost there.
I'm family. I'm the cousin. I'm the fun cousin.
Shelly, I'm getting to know you a little bit more.
yeah, we'll push him down. For this girl,
that's because she likes it. That's
That
because she
is
likes
not.
it.
That's how you be starting problems.
And it's because she likes it.
That ain't it.
Come on, I'm light skinned too. I know we got
nobody likes
benefits.
you, Mark.
Shit.
At all. Look in the chat room.
They like it.
No,
Look at the chat room. They do.
Before we leave, tell Mark how y'all feel about him. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so very much. We got one more day. We're going to do one more show tomorrow. Come hang out with us. We'll throw all the shit in there. The Freaky Friday. We'll throw everything in there on Thursday.
On Christmas Eve.
Throwback Thursday. Watch
And
your
we should
tone,
be having
man.
some guests.
You know what? What is some kinky shit that you should wear for your man?
No, fuck that. Can we do a gift exchange tomorrow? I know you ain't a part of it, nigga.
Yeah, so
right.
I
mean,
if I gotta show up, can we at least buy a gift?
Done deal.
If you're
Do I
gonna give
gotta
us
buy
money,
one
I'll
too?
come
No,
back.
Yeah.
See, did you see that? Did you catch that?
I'll do it the gift exchange.
No. Did you catch what she said?
What?
Said, do I have to buy a gift too? And she suggested the gift exchange. You
Because I don't know what to get you guys. I just met
I don't
you.
know what to
I
get
don't
you.
really know you, Mark, and I'm not really familiar with Shelly, so I don't know
what
what
I
to
heard?
get you guys.
I love all
hold on.
things Disney.
You know what I heard? I don't really fuck with you, Mark. And Shelly, I can think about what you want from you. That's what I heard.
Yes.
I'm good with Rolexes. Okay. Anyway.
You ain't got one on now.
Rolexes.
You can't roll.
Shit, I'm trying to fool her to get one.
Hey man, we out of here. Thank you so very much for being part of the show. If you want to donate, you thought the show was funny, go to Rollout Digital, drop something in there, man. Hey, that's how we feed
And if
everybody
you want a
here.
souvenir from Nigeria, cash at me. I'll bring it back for you.
Yes, or if you want
Hashtag
I'm
blood
dead ass.
diamond.
I was about to say cash app Aaron with an E, Styles with an I.
Or
I'll
if
bring
you-
you back something.
if you
Tell me
guys
in your cash app what you want.
if
I'll
you want a
bring you back
mask,
something.
hit Shelly Rio up.
Yes, man. Get one of the masks, man.
Get a
my
custom
son.
one.
We out of here. We appreciate you.
Yeah, but do they work show?
Hey, chat room. Shout out to the chat room.